Okay, looks like I'm live. Perfect. We are actually on time today. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. All right, today the Buccaneers are playing the Cardinals. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in to hang out with me. Hope you like my Christmas setup. Let me get my remote before people start heading in. Where is my remote at? Let's see. No idea. We have a good game in store today. I'm gonna be doing the play-by-play for you. The Cardinals versus the Buccaneers. All right. I am very excited for football today. Welcome in. Good morning to you if you're in Mountain Time or Pacific Time. Good afternoon to you if you're in Central Time or Eastern Time. It's time for some football. So let's get this show on the road today. We have about 2 minutes till kickoff here. So we've added a little bit to the set today. We are all set to go watching this game. We have the WWE Championship belt. We have the subscriber counter right there. All of our Christmas setup is up except for it's already starting to partially fall a little bit. And we have the scoreboard for when the game kicks off so that we can keep track of the score because I don't have a fancy one yet, but the set has been really upgraded. We got the Cardinals helmet, Steve the 8 ball, my Colorado Avalanche puck, the subscribe pillow, all the fun stuff that we're going to need for today's video. Red light, Broncos chain, Diamondbacks towel. We're all set. All set to watch the Cardinals game today. It's going to be amazing. And we'll be off and running here in a minute or two. So let us set up the poll and then we will get going on this game, looks like probably. There we go. A simple will the Cardinals win poll. Welcome in, guys. We're going to hop in here. Looks like the game's going to be starting any minute, and we're going to be doing the play-by-play today. Already got a no on the vote. One vote no. All right. I'm with you. I think this will be a good game for the Buccaneers to bounce back against the Cardinals. We're always a good team, if you're struggling, if you're having a down time, don't worry. We'll help you win so that you can go ahead and get your confidence back. I'm going to try something new today when we're in between, breaks or if I'm talking about the stats. I'm going to actually share my screen today and then hop through the stats with everybody who's in the stream so that they're not just staring at my ugly face the whole game. We could also do it this way where I pop up here and I have the plays that are happening. Like it'll show what's actually happening in the game without actually showing the game where it would take my stream down. Kinda like the other streamers do, and then I could show that instead. Could somehow make that work. Thanks for hopping in. Hang out as we watch the game. Let me know what your guys' opinions are on what's gonna happen today and what your score opinions are, how your morning was, how your Thanksgiving was. Even if this is after the live and you're in here right now, go ahead and comment in the video as well. Would love to hear what you guys did for Thanksgiving. I hung out with both of my families, two different Thanksgiving celebrations. All right, they're showing the Fox robot. Up, they're showing 6-7 as they walk into the stadium. There's a Mayfield jersey and a 7 jersey. I don't know what the Buccaneers number 7 jersey is, but they've got a 6-7. Of course, they've got to go with that right now. Returning from injury today, Marvin Harrison Jr., Baron Browning, and Will Johnson. Bucky Irving is back for the Buccaneers with Hassan Reddick, our old linebacker. That guy's been playing really well since he left our team, as do a lot of people who end up leaving our team. They end up coming back, they end up playing really well because they are no longer with us. All right, we're going to try to get this pulled up. The kick is up and away, and it looks like the Buccaneers are going to start with the football. The kickoff is carried out to about the 27, and the Cardinals, in their all white uniforms today, are going to make that tackle at the 27. Baker Mayfield is back today. He's going to be helping his offense try to snap this losing streak that they are on. They've been kind of having losing ways over the past several weeks. Haven't really been able to get much going for themselves. So they're going to see if they can bounce back against us today. But we are playing in Tampa Bay. Good day for football. Looks like a nice sunny day in Tampa Bay. Buccaneers wearing their classic home jerseys with the red tops, white bottoms. Cardinals in all white, white helmet, white jersey, white pants. Kind of a clean look, though. Handoff is going to go to Irving, who is back from injury, to start the game, and he's going to get a couple of yards. This is Yahoo. We don't want Yahoo. All right, 2nd and 8. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun with White next to him. I think that's Reggie White. He's going to throw the ball to what looks like his tight end. Is that Otten? It is Otten. He's going to make the catch for a few yards. All right, we have a third down. First third down of the game. Let's see if the Buccaneers can convert here. Oh, there's going to be movement early. We have Laundry on the field. The flag is down, and that's an easy false start. It's going to knock them back 5 yards. It's going to make it a bit of a longer third down for them to try to convert here. You know, this week I'm rolling with the Cardinals. I'm thinking the Buccaneers are playing pretty down right now, and my hope is that they can actually win a game for once in their lives. We were 1-8 in our last 9 games. So let's hope they can actually win here today. 3rd and 9 now for the Buccaneers. Pressure's coming. Baker's going to avoid it. He's going to look to throw. He's going to zip one in there, and there's a missed tackle, and this guy is off to the races. He's going to get about a 20-yard gain. That Chris Godwin? That's Chris Godwin. All right, so there are so many ways this play should have ended for a loss or a punt. Baker Mayfield avoided the Buda Baker sack. Buda couldn't wrap up the quarterback. Then he scrambles out and zips one into Godwin, who catches it and then breaks the first tackler who was on him. Missed tackle by Thompson, and then a 20-yard gain for Godwin. So Horrible tackling. Buda Baker's got to make that tackle. Thompson's got to make the tackle. So two missed tackles caused the Cardinals to allow 20 yards on the third down play when it should have been a punt. And now the Buccaneers have some life on the Cardinals side of the field. There's another false start, though, it looks like, and they were on the 47 of the Cardinals. They're now going to be back on their side of the field, right around midfield right now. First and 15 at Tampa Bay's 48. Trying to see if I can get the game pulled up in a way that we can see it. There we go. There we go. We're going to do this. Share screen. Share. All right, we are now on the play-by-play. Sharing my screen here, so now I'm smaller. So you don't have to see my face. My face is goofy. All right, Cardinals. Wow, okay, that was a backwards pass on the first play. Second and 19 now for the Buccaneers. They went back 5 yards because of a false start, and then 4 yards because of a backwards pass that was kind of a broken play. Josh Sweat getting in there and getting some pressure. Everybody on our defense seems like, they're a really good. Like, if you look at the name on paper, you're like, wow, this team is really good. As Baker Mayfield's going to pass this football out for a completion to Egbuka, he's going to get down to the 46-yard line of the Cardinals, and there's going to be a third down. As we can see here, that's the first catch for Egbuka, 9 yards. And Baker Mayfield's 3 for 3 to start the game. Third and 10. Can we stop him on the second third down of the game? Let's see. Got to make tackles. Got to be able to tackle people. Especially Buda Baker, the veteran, the captain of the secondary. Baker's going to throw downfield on third down. That was on the hands of the receiver, and he just cannot bring it in. Egbuka was the intended target. It was beyond the sticks. It was going to be about a 15-yard gain. Hits him right in the hands. Should have been an easy first down for the Buccaneers because our secondary loves allowing people to catch the ball before hitting them. Instead, Egbuka just couldn't catch the football, but that honestly is a concerning start for our defense again this week. We are going to get the punt here, but we can be thanking Egbuka for that one because that should have been a drop. Should have been a big old drop. The punt is in the air. It's going to be fair caught. Not fair caught. It's going to be down to the 6. He just caught it like he was the guy receiving it. So it looked like we were punting it to the Buccaneers, but obviously we're not. And that is going to be our first commercial break of the day. So we're hopping into commercial break right now. And unfortunately, it's not showing me how long that commercial break is going to be like it does on the ESPN app. But hey, that's okay. Nope, we're not doing ads on here. I'll block that ad for you guys. You better believe it. We're not watching any ads. I don't care what they say. No ads today. Here's our team stats on the left. We are on ESPN.com here. Oh, we have our standings on the right, too. You got Los Angeles in first, Seattle second, San Francisco, and then there's a certain team below those 3 teams down here that's not looking so good. 27% win percentage. We've won 27% of our games. Tampa Bay 6-5. They've been struggling. Carolina hot on their heels, but if they play like they did last week, they are not hot on their heels, actually. Could be the last win they receive all year because they played really bad last game. I live streamed that one as well, to my dismay, since nothing exciting happened at all. Atlanta 4-7. Maybe they can come back, but they're one of those teams that just plays so horribly most of the time. They're like the Cardinals of the South. Well, they got a win probability counter here. Looks like it went down really quickly with one first down to 31% for the Cardinals. And then when we got that punt, we got about 5% back. We're at 36% chance to win. So the odds makers at ESPN, not too happy with us. Don't think we're going to win this game. And I don't blame them. That the missed tackle by Baker and the missed tackle by Thompson, very concerning to start this game, though. Not happy about that. What happens if I hit full play-by-play? Does it go really big? Nope, it just ends up freezing. So we're not going to do that. All right. Jacoby Brissett has been averaging 315 passing yards a game. So for that reason, I think that the offense has been looking pretty solid. Let's see if we can play a good, consistent game for the entire game today. We are backed up against our own 7. We're going to be looking to move the ball 93 yards downfield for a touchdown. Brissett's going to throw on first down, and he's going to find the guy who had appendicitis the last 2 weeks for a 7 or so yard gain. Marvin Harrison Jr. getting involved early. I really hope Michael Wilson's the wide receiver 1 still in this game, because he's been looking like a wide receiver 1 the last 2 weeks without Harrison in. So let's hope that that connection doesn't just go away here today. Let's hope that they actually are still on it. Let's see what they give him. Looks like it's about a 2nd and 3. Yep. Brissett going to throw again. He's going to find Harrison again. He's going to catch it all the way out to the 25, and we've moved down the field pretty quickly on our first 2 plays. That's a Cardinals first down. And they got the tackles updating quick on here. All the stats are going up real fast. Love that. If I'm sharing my screen, I think my security system just blocks any video. I think it's a protection so that I don't get copyright claimed or anything. Okay, 1st and 10. Jacoby's going to go under center. This may be the first handoff of the game on the 3rd play of the game for the Cardinals. Jacoby is not going to hand off. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's rolling out to his right. McBride's going to get involved in the passing now for another 7-yard gain. And the Cardinals are working the ball downfield quickly here. They're at the 32 already. Really good start offensively for the Cardinals. Welcome in if you're hanging out with me watching this football game. Happy to have you here. We've got our scoreboard, all our fun new stuff in our set, and we've also got the stats up for you guys to watch. And the live play-by-play, because I care about you guys. Handoff on 2nd and 3. This is the first handoff of the game, and Bam Knight's going to break a few tackles and get a big gain. First down, Cardinals out to the 48-yard line. The Cardinals are moving like a freight train down the football field, and now I'm not talking about David Peralta. But that was a freight train of a move for Bam Knight. That was a big gain, big first down for the Cardinals. He's out to the 48-yard line. 8 minutes left in the first quarter, and the Cardinals are cooking. See if they can get into field goal range. This is about where the Buccaneers stalled out on their first drive. Snap to Brissett, looking to pass. He's going to throw it. This time caught again, and that's another 5-yard gain. Trey McBride. No Michael Wilson yet on this drive, but hey, you're finding open receivers. 4 passes, 4 completions. 80 catches for 797 yards. McBride is on fire. 5+ catches in the last 13 games, which is tied for the longest streak in NFL history by a tight end, and he already has 2 today. As long as he stays healthy. Knock on wood. My desk is wood. Don't worry, guys. I just knocked on it. He will get the 5 catches today. And he will be drafted by me in fantasy next year. Handoff on 2nd and 5 to Bam Knight. This time they're going to wrap. Oh, whoa, he still breaks through a massive bodies. I thought he was going to go down for no gain. He gets 7 yards and a first down out to the 40 of the Buccaneers. Wow, I thought he was down for no gain. And all of a sudden, a little Bam Knight slipped right through the hole for a first down. Buccaneers missing some tackles too. There was 2 missed tackles on that play, and they've had about 3 missed tackles per play so far. So the defense of the Buccaneers making me feel a little better about the Cardinals missed tackling on the first drive. Jacoby Brissett's under center at the 41-yard line. He's going to hand this one off to Knight again, who's going to break another tackle, but he gets hit by the second guy quickly. Looks like about a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. They are showing a highlight from the Rams game versus the Panthers, and the Rams are off to a quick start against those Panthers. Stafford to Adams. What a connection this year. He's been one of the best receivers in the NFL. I can't even be mad. It's not like we're competing for a playoff spot against the LA Rams, even though they're from LA, and I hate that. All right, pass out to McBride. It's complete on 2nd and 6. He's going to get about half of what he needs for a first down. It's going to be a 3rd and short for the Cardinals. Gotta love that. Thanks for hanging out with me while we watch the Cardinals game today. Got a whole new setup for you guys that I will show in some of the commercial breaks. Cardinals cooking. There's 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. They're showing Drew Petzing right now. He doesn't look as much like a baby today because he's wearing a hat. When his hat is off, though, looks like a human adult baby. All right, Brissett on 3rd and 2 in the shotgun. He's got Carter out to his right. He's going to pass for a first down, completion for about 6 yards to Marvin Harrison Jr., who's having a great game back from his appendicitis surgery he had. He was out for 2 weeks. They were trying to be cautious and keep him out an extra week, which is smart. Very smart move. No Michael Wilson yet, but still, Marvin Harrison Jr. has 3 catches now. 25 yards, 3 targets, and Jacoby Brissett looking amazing so far today. 6 for 6 for 42 yards. 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Toss out on first down to the running back, who looks like it is Knight again, who's going to get half of what he needs for a first down again. Going to be around 2nd and 5. The Cardinals are already in field goal range on this drive. It's been a very successful opening offensive drive for them today. Hey, feel free, if you have not, go ahead and vote in the poll. Do the Cardinals win today? And let me know how you're feeling about this game in the comments. Don't worry, I won't see it right now. I'm covering my eyes. I'm just watching the Cardinals game right now, and in the commercial breaks, we will read the comments, and we'll hop in there and see what's going on with those. If we have any, no big deal. If we don't, no pressure. If you just want to chill and watch it with me. 2nd and 4, Jacoby Brissett's going to look to pass, and this ball is dangerous, and that ball is actually going to be intercepted at the 10-yard line, and that is the epitome of the Cardinals season up to this point. That ball was the opposite of everything we've seen on this drive so far. It was a throw that hit a Tampa Bay Buccaneer in the back on what was essentially a pass about 6 yards in front of him, hit a Buccaneer right in the back, and the ball bounced up into the air and was intercepted by another one of the Buccaneers players in the secondary. This ball was incredibly behind Michael Wilson for his first target of the game. Instead, it looks like Winfield was the one who intercepted that football before it hit the ground. And the Cardinals' chance at getting points and taking a lead on the Buccaneers is going to be all for naught to start this game, as it's 0-0, and now the Buccaneers are going to have the ball on the 10, driving all the way the other way downfield. So if you bet the under on this game, you're probably feeling pretty good about yourself right now. But if you're a Cardinals fan, like I am, you're probably not feeling very good about yourself because that was BS. So the Cardinals on that drive drove down the field about roughly, let's say, 73 yards and then threw an interception. So instead of a touchdown or a field goal, we give a little bit of a break to the Buccaneers. Very depressing, very sad. We're on commercial break now. All right, let's see what the voting is at. We got 2 votes for no, the Cardinals will not win today. Hey, I can't blame you guys. Can't blame you on that one. But thanks for watching the game with me. Every minute you're here means a lot to me. Every minute you're here helps my channel get closer to getting monetized on my brand new sports channel. And subscribing is free. We got our new subscribe button over here. Let's show it off real quick. Subscribe counter. So when people subscribe, it'll ding and it'll go up. It's so very cool. I'm so happy about it. All right, we're going to share our screen again. Get back to this so we can see the stats. I just wanted to show you my set. There we go. Back to the stats for you guys. And I'm hoping we get like 38 friends in here, just like we did last week as well. Because we had about 38 people watching with us last week when we took on, I forgot who it was. The trauma is still too real. Let's see here. We took on the Jags and we lost. Super depressing game. I remember that. We lost to the Jaguars last week. That was a very sad game. I don't know how we should have won that game. That game and this game are winnable games, in my opinion. I feel like we should win today. But if we're going to do what we did on that last drive, we're not going to win today. So I feel like we should definitely pick this win up. All right, back from commercial break. We were missing nothing for the last couple minutes. I should announce that so you guys are aware of that. We were watching the stats of today's game. We've got all this stuff here. We've got the win probability pulled up. And I am giving you the play-by-play of the Cardinals and Buccaneers. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Feel free to subscribe. It is totally free. Handoff on first down is going to go nowhere for the Buccaneers. Absolutely nowhere. A good tackle. Let's see who came in on this. Actually, they're showing the interception again. Looks like Michael Wilson was covered. Double covered to be sure. And that ball was way behind him. And Winfield Jr. with the interception. But it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Buccaneers here. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Mayfield in the shotgun. He's been struggling as of late. And, you hate to see that because he's such a good story in the NFL. But I don't want him to, beat the Cardinals today. He's going to throw it out to Egbuka, who is going to get about a 10-yard gain. And it's going to be 3rd and short. Good completion for them. Good tackle as well to make sure he didn't get a bunch more. Mayfield is 3 of 4 for 36 yards. Actually, now 4 of 5 for 47. They just updated it. 3rd and 2 from the 22-yard line. Let's see what happens. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Mayfield changing the play. They're going to hand this one off. Looks like it is number 7. Is that Irving? It is Irving. Irving's going to get the first down, 4 or 5 yards. And the Buccaneers have a fresh set of downs. Missed tackle. The guys who are flailing at the legs and they try to throw their arm at someone's leg to take them down. Like, you would like to see a little bit more effort on the tackling than that. Or other than just throwing your body at a guy like Bucky Irving who's just going to kick you over and keep running. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Mayfield going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw this football downfield way over the head of the intended receiver. Incomplete. And luckily, we are pretty much exactly on time with this stat thing here on ESPN.com. So it is showing the play right after I announce what happens. It'd be kind of a bummer if it was doing it right before I announce what happens. 2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers. Looks like they're going to possibly pass this one because they're still in the shotgun formation. Come on, Cardinals. Big turnover. Big turnover. Handoff. It's a halfback draw. Irving's got the football. He's going to get about 7 yards on this play. Minute 30 left in the first quarter. And it is going to be 3rd and 3. Cody Simon on the tackle. He's not bad, Cody Simon's been playing pretty decent. Not bad at all. Happy to have him on the team. He's been making some big plays. He's a backup too. So that's pretty cool that he's making some plays here. No score yet in today's game. We have a low-scoring game, a punt for the Buccaneers, and then an interception thrown by Jacoby Brissett after driving all the way down the field, cutting through them like butter, like a hot knife through butter, and then throwing an interception. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Snap to Baker Mayfield, going to look to throw. It is complete downfield for a big gain, about 20 yards. It's going to go to the Cardinals side of the field. That is who else but Egbuka once again. Such a target this year. We have Laundry on the field. We got a flag down. And that looks like it's on the offense. This ball may be going backwards. It is still third down. Holding call on the captain of the offensive line. Don't know his name. Actually, it's showing it right here. Tristan Wirfs. That's why you have the stats up, ladies and gentlemen, so we can see what's going on here. Tristan Wirfs with a big-time holding call. They had about a 20-yard pass completion, and now that is for naught. We'll probably have one or two more plays before we go to the first quarter's end here. Let's see what play they're going to run. 3rd and 13 for the Buccaneers. Cardinals get a big turnover. Let's go, guys. Let's get a big turnover. Interception. Lock down that secondary, guys. It's so leaky this year. Just don't leave someone wide open is my big concern. Mayfield going to take the snap, and that's another false start. They've done that 3 times today, and Baker Mayfield's yelling at the referee. He seems upset at him for some reason. Baron Browning actually got a neutral zone infraction. This is just a sloppy game so far. I thought that was the 3rd false start of the game for the Buccaneers. It's actually a neutral zone infraction for the Cardinals. Man, you hate to see that. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll probably get one more play, and then we'll have our commercial break for the end of the first. Mayfield looking to take the snap. Will he take the snap? 10 seconds left. He does take a snap. Looking to throw downfield. He's getting pressured, and he's going to go down with a sack. Who got it? It is Josh Sweat in on the sack. And that is going to close the first quarter with a big-time sack, and the Buccaneers are going to have to punt the football back to the Cardinals. First quarter done. 0-0. Neither team could get on the board, and we are going into the commercial break. Probably will take about 2 minutes before we will be back, so you're missing nothing right now. Thank you so much for hopping into my stream and watching the Cardinals game with me. I'm very happy to have you guys here. Feel free to chat in the comments about the game. My channel is brand new, and subscribing is free, and we are brand new at this. We have 202 subs, just barely hit that, so super happy to have you here. Let's take a look at our stats right now. We're going to close out this for a second while we're on commercial. And we're going to hop in and look at the stats. So let's reload the screen on the Cardinals play-by-play. All right, taking a look at the stats. These are what we got so far. Passing, Jacoby Brissett is 6 of 7 for 42 yards on that first drive, but then a bad interception. But Zonovan Knight, Bam Knight, I don't know what he wants to go by anymore. 4 carries for 31 yards. Looked pretty good on that first drive. He was the only one who got carries. Bucky Irving, 3 carries for 11, so we've been holding him in check a little bit. Godwin had that one big catch. That was 25 yards. If you make the tackles, he does not break any of that. And that would have been a sack, actually, with Budda Baker missing his sack. Marvin Harrison Jr. with 3 catches and 25 yards. So we need to get this ball going. The first quarter stats are pretty even here. Passing yards, rushing yards. The Cardinals are winning in pretty much every single category. 6.6 yards per play as well. And time of possession's pretty even. 8 minutes to 7, or practically 7 for the Cardinals. How about that? All right. That is our first quarter stats. We have 5 people watching with us today, and we are very happy to have all of you here, whoever you are and wherever you are. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Love my new setup here. Super happy about it. We're almost back from commercial break. Then we'll pull up the ESPN website again. There we go. We're going to pop that sucker up. Every single minute that you guys are watching adds to the watch time, helps my channel get closer to monetization, and you get to hang out with me, which I plan on doing for years to come. I plan on doing this for a long time to come. This is my first year doing it, though, so thank you guys for working out the kinks with me. Teddy Bridgewater's talking to Baker Mayfield, probably mentoring him a little bit because, you know, he's a seasoned quarterback in the NFL, and he's a good mentor, and he coached at the high school level now, and he just seems like a good guy. So, you know, Even a guy like Baker Mayfield, who is like a better like overall quarterback, in my opinion, than Bridgewater, can take advice from Bridgewater from time to time. Okay, we are set for the punt to start the second quarter, and it is in the air. Deep punt. Ball's going to be caught at the 24. Dortch looking to spin out of it, but he will get nothing. Maybe a yard or so. Baker Mayfield went up and apologized to the ref for being upset after that drive. Hey, that's nice of him. You don't see that much in the NFL. There's a 1 yard return for Dortch. The Cardinals have the ball pretty much right where the old touchbacks were, at the 25-yard line. 14 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second quarter. We have just begun the second quarter, and our scoreboard is still at nothing. We got zeros over here. Jacoby Brissett under center. Gonna hand the ball off to Bam Knight to start this drive, and he is going to get wrapped up. Maybe got about a yard on that play. It looks like it's going to be about a 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Look at the win probability now. 37.8 for the Cardinals, 62 for the Buccaneers. And then there's some Chick-fil-A nuggets, not sponsored, frozen at the top of the screen. 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals. Brissett under center again. Looking to throw. He's going to get flushed out. He's going to throw this football into the third row. Nobody's going to catch that sucker. And we have a quick third down. 3rd and 8. So not really the most productive first 2 plays for the Cardinals on this drive. You'd like to see them do a little bit more than that. We got 8 people hanging out watching the Buccaneers game with us, watching the play-by-play. We're so happy to have you here with us. We have a 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals with 14 minutes left in the second quarter, and we're so glad you're here. Jacoby Brissett's going to take the snap. It's low. He's going to grab it, though, and he's going to look to break out of the pressure. He's going to run with it and dive down to the 30, which is only about a 5-yard gain for some reason. Yeah, let's see. That's a good thing to. Thanks for pointing out, David. I think your play-by-play video feed went down. Let me pull it back up right here. I hopped back into the live stream for a second to see if it would continue showing it while I was, so I could see myself to make sure I'm not doing anything stupid. But now, let me know if it comes back, because I'm back on the website instead of seeing the live stream right now. I just want to check how many people were watching with us. It should be working now. The punt is going to be caught and taken for about 10 yards out to the 30. And the Buccaneers have the ball at the 30. Very quickly, we're back to commercial break because that was a quick 3 and out for the Cardinals. And so we will be back in about 2 minutes to the game again. And there's not much that's changed on that drive. Just a poo-poo drive right there. You know, every time I say 10-yard return, they're like, actually, that was a 9-yard return, Ryan. Thanks a lot, game. Can you just give me this one? Give me this one. Yeah, let me know if that worked. All good? Cool. Yeah, so when I go back to the live stream like I am right now, so I can see myself, I can do my hands, I can show you the set, all that fun stuff. Yeah, it freezes the other screen. So that's good to know. Good to know. Appreciate the info. Yeah, but we'll hop back over there. All right, so while we're in commercial break, you're missing nothing. It'll be back in 2 minutes if you need to go take a pee break or something. But yeah, we're watching this game. Really appreciate that there's a good amount of people that have been watching this, hanging out with me watching the game. I think I will, in the commercial breaks, actually hop back to the stream, look at any comments I have, and then go back to the feed of the game over here. But ESPN still thinks we have a 37% chance of winning. Let's see if I can scroll down enough where I can keep the probability in, but not have those nuggets as much in there. What happens if I do this? Ah, well, that works. I don't know. Do you like the the game feed here in the big screen, or do you like it a little bit smaller like I just did, where you can see all the other stats a little bit as well? I kind of like this more. You get more information. You can see who made the tackle. You can see what happened on each play, but you can also see some stats on the side and the win probability. I like that a little bit more. All right. Ooh, Wingstop. That sounds good. That sounds good. Okay, should be back any second now. They are showing an MLS Cup ad. That usually means that when you get the ad for the channel that you're on, you're usually about to hop back into the game. And we are. We're hopping back into the game now. And they're showing beautiful Tampa Bay. It looks like a beautiful day today. Look at that blue sky. If you're watching the game with me, they're showing the blue sky right now, and it looks great. Out here in Colorado, it is frigid where I live, and it is cold. A little bit snowy yesterday, so it's kind of chilly. Buccaneers have the football again. I also really like that, I can't see how many people are watching the stream sometimes because then I can get into full play-by-play commentator mode. Baker Mayfield's going to take this snap as a screen pass out to the running back to start their drive, and it might be White who has this football. I don't know if it's Irving or White. I think it was White who had that one, but they get 5 yards. It's Irving, actually. Perfect. I kind of like how I sometimes can't see how many people are watching the stream because it makes me nervous if it's a big number sometimes, which is kind of hilarious. This is only like the 4th game I've live streamed. So then I'm like, oh, I gotta really do good play-by-play here. But actually, I'm enjoying doing it quite a bit. I'm enjoying hanging out with people. I've had some really nice people hopping in on the stream. So give me 2nd and 5 for the Buccaneers. Mayfield looks like he's going to hand this one off, and he is to Irving, who's going to break one tackle, get about 4 yards, and we have a 3rd and 1. Be a 3rd and short here. Very manageable for the Buccaneers. The old defensive coordinator, Todd Bowles, over on that Buccaneers sideline as their head coach. The Buccaneers are a team you like to see succeed, considering, Baker Mayfield's a good story. And Todd Bowles, one of my favorite D coordinators of all time in the Bruce Arians era. 3rd and 1. Mayfield under center. They're just going to hand this one off again, and he's going to get it. 2-yard gain. 1st down for the Buccaneers. Man, this is a low-scoring game. Can we get a point? I shouldn't say that while the Bucs have the football, though. Can we get a single point? That should be my poll. Will there be a point scored in this game? All right, we got 1st and 10 from the 41. As you can see on the screen, I don't have to be as perfect on that now since the screen is showing it. Pass is going to be complete to the tight end. 1st down for the Buccaneers, 11-yard gain. Durham is the backup tight end for the Buccaneers. Payne Durham. Let's see, ball on the 48 now. Come on, Cardinals, you guys got to make a stop here. We need a big turnover so we can be in field goal range again. Try our best to, I don't know, get a field goal on the board at least. Because the Buccaneers aren't moving the ball very well either until this drive. All right, at the 48-yard line, Mayfield looks like he might be in a formation where they're just going to keep handing this off to Bucky and keep pounding because passing has been difficult for them so far. Maybe try to get Mayfield in rhythm by getting the running game going. Make the defense wonder if you're going to run it, then Mayfield has more room to pass it because more people play up on the football. It's 7-7 in Carolina, and Stafford throws an interception in the Panthers game, and that was a pick six. Panthers have a 14-7 lead on the LA. How about that? We should do that. I'm going to pull that up actually real quick, so it's going to make my feed stop. I'm going to pull up the other NFL scores in the commercial break so we can keep updated on that because this is the time of day where all the games are on. Literally all the games are happening right now. Except for Thanksgiving took a few off the table. All right, we will go back to the feed now. There we go. There's a flag on this play. Let's see what it is. Another encroachment penalty. Number 55. Dante Stills is going to get called on that one. And that is a neutral zone infraction and an encroachment by the Cardinals defense now today so far. And it's 2nd and 2 for the Buccaneers. Lazy mistakes for the Cardinals so often in this game. And that's on the coaching. Team is undisciplined. Pass for Baker Mayfield is complete to Godwin way downfield. He's going to catch this down to the 10-yard line. The Buccaneers have the football with 10 yards to go before they get the first points of the game right here. The Buccaneers are going to be blue today. They're going to be the blue number on my scoreboard. There'll be a scoreboard right here for you guys, though, on ESPN's website. Big time catch for Godwin. I guess, is this his first game back from injury or something? I don't know. Haven't been keeping up with him this year, but I know he was out for most of the year. Irving with the handoff on first down, going to get a couple of yards. Down to the 7. 2nd and goal. Hold them to a field goal. It's the only thing we can do. Turnover, field goal. Turnover, field goal. You're welcome, David. Appreciate you, Bucks fan here on vacation in the middle of the Atlantic with no other way to keep up live. Are you on a cruise, dude? Thanks for hanging out. This is my brand new sports channel. I talk mainly about Arizona sports on here, but I talk about a little bit of everybody. Happy to have you here, as well as the other 6 people hanging out with us. Mayfield with the snap, looking to throw. He's going to throw this one over the head of Godwin. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. We are still at goose eggs. Goose eggs here. Big 3rd and goal. Can the Cardinals make a stop? Can we get the stop? Mike Evans on IR. Oh, I didn't even know that. Missed the last 5 games. Shoulder and collarbone injury. Those do take a long time. Anything collarbone related. All right. Baker Mayfield's all by himself. He's going to take the snap in the backfield. He's going to throw this ball to the end zone. It is incomplete. That was so close to Godwin for a touchdown, and it was just deflected. Little bit. If that ball's a little bit more led, if he leads that ball a little bit more for Godwin. Actually, whoa. Cody Simon didn't get his hand on this like I thought he did. That ball went right into the breadbasket of Godwin, and he just dropped the sucker. That was an easy touchdown now that I look at it. That replay showed it. Godwin dropped a touchdown, and everybody on both sides of the football making some sloppy mistakes today, and McLaughlin's going to come in for an easy chip shot here. And he dinks it up. Dinks it good. We have our first points of the game. Finally get some points on the board here. Buccaneers going to take a 3-0 lead in the second quarter. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about at the halftime. We have no stats to chat about. 3-0 lead. We can talk about all the sloppy mistakes, though, maybe. We got 7 people in here hanging out. Absolutely happy to have all of you here. Let's see what the percentage chance for the Cardinals is. 32 right now. Let's see. No, the island of. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that correctly at all. I know Azores, but I don't know. Terquiera. Okay, that's not bad. I think I could pronounce that. Terquiera. I think a cruise ship would have it. Lol. You know what? I've never been on a cruise, dude. I wouldn't know. I would not know. I was like, do they have Wi-Fi? I guess they do on cruise ships. If they have it on planes, then they have it on cruise ships for sure. Let's take a look around the rest of the league real quickly while we are here. All right, it looks like the Panthers are still beating the Rams 14-7 right now in the second quarter. That game has just begun the second quarter. Jaguars beating the Titans 15-3. I had the Jags in that one. 49ers beating the Browns 7-0. I wonder how Shador is doing today. We can take a look. Actually, he's 7 of 10 for 62 yards. Falcons and Jets. The Jets have a lead on the Falcons. Good for them. 7-0. Texans have a 3-0 lead over the Colts. Dolphins beating the Saints 10-0. All right, that is the update from around the league. We have 7 people watching with us. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the stats pulled back up. Don't worry, I won't deprive you guys of all this fun stats. Love fun stats. Okay, almost back from commercial break. You're not missing anything if you're hanging out with me here. And you know what? I'd prefer if you hang out with me here. This is like hanging out with the friends. We got 6 of you hanging out with us today. Super happy to have you here. And they're showing John Gruden, who has a sword in his hand. That's dangerous. He's got a pirate sword. And he was the coach for 6 years or 7 years here in Tampa Bay. One of my favorite coaches of all time. I think he got blackballed for no good reason from the NFL. And I want him to come back. But he is at this game and he's holding a sword. So everyone watch out for John. If you're at the game, please don't get stabbed by John Gruden. Dort's going to take the kickoff out to about the 30-31. And the Cardinals are going to try their best to do something today. My goodness. Win percentage went all the way up at one point to half and half, basically, when the Cardinals were driving in that second possession. And then it went back down to 32, where it currently sits. But it looks like the Rams are having a down day today, losing to the Panthers right now, 14-7. All right. Last drive did not look as pretty as the first one. This is just the third possession for the Cardinals today. First play, fake handoff. Brissett looking to throw. He's going to escape about 3 sacks. He's going to escape a 4th guy. He is doing all sorts of Kyler Murray-esque things, just slightly slower. And then he is eventually going to get brought down for a sack. Loss of 2 yards. And it looks like Diaby was the guy who finally got him. He avoided about 4 different opportunities to be sacked on this play, though. The offensive line, which is the worst thing the Cardinals have going for them right now, in my opinion, just could not block anybody. And Brissett had to play a little game of tag with the defense. But he moves around great in the pocket. It's one of his strengths I've been noticing. Brissett in the gun. 2nd and 12. Looking to hopefully pass, I'm hoping. He is looking to pass, and there was a free runner who got through the offensive line, and he's just going to have to throw this ball at the feet of the running back. It's going to be 3rd and 12. This is something that's been happening all year for the Cardinals. For those of you who have been not following them or following them, if you're watching the game right now with me, just watch here how the offensive line just doesn't block one of the players. Winfield just breaks right through the defense. I believe that's Winfield. Right through the right through the O-line. No blocking whatsoever. And this has happened so much this year. We have free runners. Last game was awful. There were Jaguars running through the O-line like it was going out of style, not even getting touched. And there was one play where 2 guys broke through the line and didn't even get touched last week. And, I mean, this O-line just really, things have got to change at O-line for the Cardinals. 7 minutes left in this quarter. Brissett is going to go down for another sack. He's going to go down to the 19-yard line, and the Cardinals are going to have their second straight 3-and-out. So a promising first drive that ended in interception, and the second 2 drives ending in quick 3-and-outs for punts. Oh, man. The Cardinals are tough to watch this year, man. And, I mean, if Brissett had a second to let something develop here, he had a couple guys open, but they wouldn't be first downs, but at least complete a damn pass. But the Cardinals O-line has just been terrible this year. I mean, Kyler Murray would be running for his life here if he was playing. Jacoby, as we've seen here in this game, is running for his life. The punt's going to be caught at the 40 and taken out to about midfield by the returner for the Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers going to get the ball back in pretty good field position to try to extend their lead. The Cardinals defense is going to have to continue to play well if the Cardinals offense is going to continue to do what the hell they're doing right now. Let's see. While we're in commercial break, we'll pop out of the live, out of the screen share. And we'll just hang out here in my really awesome set I worked so hard on yesterday, except for the lights are falling. You see that? The lights are falling. That's a bummer. I put up a command strip and the command strip fell on me. We're on commercial breaks. So you're missing nothing. Let's see what the poll is currently at. We have 3 votes. The Cardinals will not win today is 100% the winner on this poll right now. Know that the Cardinals will not win today. And you know what? With how they're playing, I'll put my vote in the hat. I'll throw my hat in the ring on that one. 4th no vote from me. I can't vote on it physically. Comment on how you're feeling about this game right now. We can chat about it, hang out. I have this cool light up here at the top as well, changing colors. Pretty fun. It actually says my name. I'll show you guys one day. But thank you so much for hanging out with me while we watch this game. Super happy to have every single one of you here. Subscribing's free while we're at commercial break. So feel free to subscribe. I follow Arizona sports and also the NFL. But when baseball season starts, I'll be all over those Diamondbacks. We are on commercial break, so you're missing nothing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Super happy to have all of you here. Let's hang out, and let's talk about the game. And while we're talking about the game, talk about how our Thanksgivings were. This guy over here in the comments section is in Azores, Tequeria. I want to see where that is. I want to look up where that is. Where's that island at? I'm going to look it up real fast. We got 7 people hanging out with us right now. Thank you for hanging out with me. Means a lot while we drive our way towards the goal of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Every single minute you're here means the world to me. Helps my channel hit my goals. Brand new channel. Been here for 3 months. We are on commercial break, so you're not missing anything at all. And subscribing's free. Come hang out with me. And if you want to go to my channel, check out some of my fun videos I have so far, then feel free to do so. All right, let's see where Azores is. The Azores is an archipelago. Okay, 9 volcanic islands. The North Atlantic Ocean. Well, doesn't that sound fun? That sounds really fun, David Jenkins. Love that, dude. Hope you're having a good time up there. Looks really pretty, too. All right, we're back here in the Cardinals game, so let me pull up the stats again so we can look at the play-by-play. We got 6 people hanging out with us. Super happy to have you here. All right. 2nd and 8. Small little run for Bucky Irving. He's 8 carries for 27 yards. We've been holding him in check. Could be the injury, coming back from that. Feeling a little bit dinged up. So maybe he's taking it a little bit slow. Maybe the cutting power is not as strong because he's one of those powerful, elusive running backs. He can cut left and right really quickly, run through tackles very fast. But it looks like he's a step slower today, just a little bit. All right, they're in the gun now this time instead of being under center. Mayfield's going to look to throw on 2nd down. He's going to escape a sack. Going to run upfield on his own and slide down. It's going to be about 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4 here. And he is smiling. Baker Mayfield's smiling. And I don't blame him. Good job. He had Stills and another guy, not sure who the other guy was, all over him and was able to avoid that sack. Five minutes left in the half, and we have a 3-0 game here. All right, big 3rd down. Let's make a stop, Cardinals. Looks like they're coming in on a blitz. They look like they're going to blitz. Mayfield all alone, going to look for a throw. And he's going to almost be sacked again. He's going to run on his feet. He's going to get 10. He's going to get down to the 30, the 25, and he is going to be out of bounds at the 21-yard line. We again allow Baker Mayfield on what should have been a sack and a punt to prevent them from getting into field goal range. Should have been a sack and a punt. We have a free runner around the outside, breaks through. We have a collision of about 6 players where Baker Mayfield was standing, and Baker somehow gets out of that and ends up scrambling for 20 yards. So another missed tackle, another big missed tackle opportunity would have led to a punt. Now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the red zone, actually, and they're in field goal range now. So the best we can hope for is a turnover or a field goal once again if we're a Cardinals fan here. All right, my wife is home. Bucky Irving's going to get about 5 yards on that play. All right, buddy, go get her. Go get her. My boy was being so good. He was just sleeping on the bed until then. Being such a good boy today. So proud of him. My little doggy. 2nd and 5 for the Buccaneers. The missed tackles are the story of the game, and that's what I'm going to talk about in the post-game show if this continues. It'll be one of the key stories. Cardinals have missed several big opportunities to get off the field with missed tackles, missed sacks. Baker Mayfield's not the most elusive guy. Just wrap him up, guys. All right, 2nd and 5, pass to Egbuka and an incredible tackle by Sweat. Lifted him off his feet. That looked violent, but it was just a good tackle. Josh Sweat, for some reason, was out in the flat. I don't know what he was doing out there. We got a D lineman, Josh Sweat, out in the flat. That was so hilarious. What was he doing over there? What was he doing? What you doing, Josh? I mean, hey, if it works, it works, and it did work. He made the tackle. Maybe they don't trust their other guys to make tackles anymore. I don't blame them. The little guys aren't doing anything right now. No, not yet. No, not yet. Rashad White's going to get this ball all the way down. He's going to go in for what looks like a touchdown. There is a flag down on the field. A really, really lazy defensive play for the Cardinals. This might be a touchdown for White, but it's a 10-yard penalty for the Buccaneers instead. Offensive pass interference on Johnson. That's going to move the ball back and take away the touchdown, and another flag, another sloppy play, and Johnson's letting the ref know about it. He's not happy about this. Let's see if I think this is. Yeah, I don't know about that call. I'm not going to lie. There were like 3 Cardinals that ran into each other, and then he was kind of in the middle of it, so it looked like he was blocking the defenders, and then they called pass interference on him. But really, it was just the Cardinals doing a total Cardinal move. Luckily, they get bailed out by the flag. They were doing a Cardinal move of having 3 defenders run into each other. There's something about this team where there's talented players all over this defense, but they all play very sloppy. They don't play well together. The chemistry is awful for this defense. Bunch of talented players that don't play as a team. Mayfield's going to throw this one out to White. 3rd and 13, who breaks a couple tackles down to about the 14-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 2, and we may get another field goal because of that flag unless they decide to go for it. I could see them going for this, though. Our D has not looked very good in the last drive. And 2-minute warning. They did not snap the football. They were trying to get the Cardinals to jump off sides. They end up taking this to commercial break. Arizona's defense trying to get a big stop. If they can get a stop on 4th down and 2, if they end up going for this after the commercial break, that would be a gigantic thing. That would be an absolutely amazing thing. So let's hop over to what the rest of the NFL is doing while we're in our commercial break. I am not happy with the Cardinals right now. What are we doing, guys? What on earth are we doing? All right, the rest of the league right here. If we're taking a look at it, let's refresh this screen. The Dolphins have a 10-0 lead. The Colts have a 6-3 lead over the Texans. That's a close, low-scoring game as well. The Jets have a 7-0 lead over the Falcons. Low-scoring games all over the NFL. The 49ers still only have a 7-0 lead over the Browns. The Rams and Panthers are tied at 14. This is the best game of the opening window right here. Jaguars still winning 15-3 over the Titans. And then we have our 3-0 game right here. That is the look around the NFL for everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. We got 5 people hanging out right now with us. Let's see what our votes are at. We got 4 votes on no, the Cardinals will not win, and 0 votes on will the Cardinals win today? We got 0 yes votes. Come on, guys, have a little faith. Maybe we'll pull one out of our ass. I don't think so. I don't think so, boys. All right, we're on commercial break. We're missing nothing right now, but we appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to grab a drink real fast while the commercial's on, and I'll be back in 10 seconds. I really can't. Oh, we are back right as I get back. That's awesome. Off the 2-minute warning, we're almost to halftime. 4th and 2. Let's see what they're going to do. They're actually going for this. All right, let's see if the Cardinals can get a big stop. Mayfield's going to throw this one. It's complete. In between 3 Cardinals defenders. What is it with Cardinals defenders historically and not being able to make a stop? Get your hand on the damn football. This ball is zipped right into the receiver who catches it. I think it's Shepard. It is Sterling Shepard. In between Buda Baker and Cody Simon and another player. And all 3 of them were in a triangle around Shepard, who was in the middle, and then no one could make the play. Like, can anyone on this defense use their eyeballs and get in front of a receiver? Play some actual defense. You're in the NFL. Come on. There's 3 people there, and 3 of them, none of them are on that one guy. None of them are on him. And then they make the tackle really quickly, but that was a 4th down conversion that we needed to stop them on. 1 minute 57 left in the second quarter. The Buccaneers have a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line, and this is just how the game is going for the Cardinals right now. Missed opportunities. This is going to be a handoff, and he's about to get all the way down to the 2-yard line. Bucky Irving almost scored a touchdown on that one, and, they're probably going to get in the next play or two. Almost on commercial break. Almost at halftime. We'll be on commercial break because of the touchdown, though, that is about to be scored by the Buccaneers. If the Cardinals can't make a play here. Toss out to Irving on 2nd and goal. He's going to walk in like it was nothing. Happy Thanksgiving. There's a flag on the field again. Holding on the offense. Another offensive penalty. That is the 2nd touchdown for the Buccaneers today that's going to be negated by a flag on the Buccaneers. First touchdown was an offensive pass interference, and this one on the same drive, I believe, is a holding call now. Wow, Bucky Irving was going to score regardless there. Not sure what we're doing holding. Buccaneers are holding on that play, and they bail out the Cardinals defense again. That is the 2nd touchdown on this drive for the Buccaneers, yet they do not get another touchdown again. That is the 2nd time they've taken it away by a flag. You just can't do that one. That guy might not find himself in that situation again after that. He's not a name I've heard of very much. He's the backup tight end. 2 penalties for 15 yards on that guy. All right, 2nd and goal now from the 12. Mayfield looking to throw. He's going to throw out to the running back, and Irving's got it. He's going to run down and get down back to the 2. So we're back to where we were on the last play, where the Cardinals had no answer for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2. This defense, when you think you need a stop for the Cardinals defense, you know they're going to let you down, and when you think you need a score with the Cardinals offense, you know they're going to let you down as well. And that's just how it goes with the Cardinals. All right, they're at the 2-yard line. Trying to hold them to a field goal try. Big stop here. We hold them to a field goal. We're still only losing by 6 somehow. Cardinals have had the ball 3 times in the first half, and the half is almost over. We've only had the ball 3 times. One drive was going well, and then we threw an interception in the red zone. The other 2 drives went in 3 and outs real quick. The Buccaneers have had the ball most of the half. Third down, Mayfield looking to throw, and he's going to find an offensive lineman for an easy touchdown. He was an eligible receiver. Not an ineligible one. And Tristan Wirfs is going to get a touchdown pass wide open, and there's no flag on the field this time. Baker Mayfield for a 2-yard pass to Tristan Wirfs, the O lineman. And there was, as you could guess, not a single damn Cardinals defender to be found anywhere near him. And that is your obligatory free Cardinals touchdown of the game, where the Cardinals defense allows a receiver to be wide open for a free touchdown. That one's a little bit more of a trick play, but there was absolutely no defender within about 20 yards of him in the end zone. And now the Buccaneers have a 10-0 lead over the Cardinals, and they'll get the ball one more time to try to cut into this score. We have a scoreboard change down here. It is now 10-0 Buccaneers. I feel this isn't even a thing that it feels like. Every single game, the Cardinals have one touchdown they allow that is a free, wide open touchdown where nobody's covering, nobody's in the area. It doesn't seem like anybody even ever had a thought or an inkling of being in the area, and they just let the guy get in and score really easy. We have 9 people hanging out with us, though, and that is good news. Even though the Cardinals suck ass, they suck hot ass. We have 9 people hanging out with us right now, and that makes my day. So hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Subscribing is free. And so I got my new subscriber button right back here. We're at 202 subs right now. We've been going for about 3 months, though. Super happy to have you here. We're on a commercial break, so you're not missing a damn thing right now. Every 6 minutes, we get a whole hour of watch time thanks to your sexy butts. And thank you for coming in here and watching the game with me. Super happy to have you here. We got a guy in the comments section who's over on some island in Azores. Sounds super amazing right now. None of you think the Cardinals are going to win this game. I don't either. Let's check out our scores from around the league. Has anything changed in any of these games? The Jags still have a 15-3 lead over the Titans. Nothing changing there. The Rams losing to the Panthers 17-14. That's a really good game in Carolina. The Browns have made it a 6-7 game. Oh, 6-7. I had to do that one at least once. The Jets have a 7-0 lead over the Falcons, and that quarter, I mean, they're almost to halftime. Nothing's happening. I mean, Kirk Cousins, I guess he's ready to retire. He's taking his hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's going to retire now. The Colts have a 6-3 lead over the Texans, and there's 5 minutes left in that one. A lot of boring, low-scoring games so far. Dolphins have a 13-0 lead over the Saints. Man, this is great. I'm feeling great today. You guys feeling great today? I feel really energetic, really happy today. And I might stream the Broncos game too later tonight because I got some Broncos stuff. That's my AFC team is the Broncos, so might stream that one as well. Okay, we're going to be hopping back into the game now. Let's see if the Cardinals can get anything going. Back in commercial break. So leave it to the Cardinals to allow Tristan Wirfs to get his first career catch and his first career touchdown, even though he's, I think, had a long and storied career as an offensive tackle. Dortch going to catch the ball at the 5 on the kick. Actually, that's not Dortch, but whoever caught it is going to take it out to about the 24. Bakella? I've never heard of him. Bakella returns the thing out to the 24. Passes it to the man, and boom goes the dynamite. I sometimes sound like that meme guy, in my opinion. All right, Cardinals, come on. 6 for 6 on the first drive for 42 yards. Since then, 0 for 3 for Jacoby Brissett. I mean, when you're they've been on the field for only 6 plays since that first drive. The entire first half, the Cardinals offense hasn't even been on the field at all. I've had nothing to get excited about, Cardinals. You're pissing me off. Okay, a little bit glitchy right now. Gonna make sure that I'm not glitching out too much. I'm gonna, for 1 minute, take the stats down and just give you guys some play-by-play on what's happening in this game. It is 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Want to make sure you guys can see the screen and it's not black. So that was an incomplete pass on first down. Brissett threw that ball into the dirt. And again, he's got maybe 2 seconds to throw the football. They're going to throw a flag for intentional grounding here. They waited a long time to throw this flag, but they're going to throw it nonetheless. And the dumpster fire continues. Come in here and laugh at my pain, Cardinals fans. Unless you are a fan as well, we can have misery together. We can be in misery together. Please reset the play clock. They're going to reset the clock here. Let's try to share the screen again. Oh boy. You know what? Yeah, I got a little monitor here showing me if my stream goes black when I do that. It looks like it is going black for a second when I do that. Well, we're not going to do that much more then. We're going to keep it on one screen so that doesn't happen too much. Jacoby Brissett's going to take the snap on 2nd and 23. He's going to get it out to Michael Carter, looks like, who's going to get a good amount of yards. Let's see how much they give him. Let's see how much they end up giving him here. If you're watching the stream right now, can you let me know, is the screen black or can you see everything? I just want to know if you can see everything or if it's black. Cardinals win percentage is down to 14 at the moment. That's so weird. My monitor is showing me that the screen was not showing the game at all correctly. It was showing that the screen was black. We're going to work on that during halftime. I don't want that to be happening. All right, 8 people are hanging out with us while the Cardinals are playing like balls. All right, 3rd and 9. 1 minute 21 left. Can the Cardinals do anything? Actual blocking this time so Brissett can throw the football downfield, and it's going to be complete. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to catch this football. Big first down for the Cardinals down to the 45-yard line. You mean to tell me the offensive line can block every once in a while? My goodness, this is crazy. 1st and 10 from the 45. 1 minute left in the second quarter. Brissett's going to take this snap. He's going to look to throw it. He's going to pass it out. It's going to be completed. Michael Wilson finally with a catch in the first half. Michael Wilson. Oh my goodness, there is a football god. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Brissett looking to throw. He's going to scramble. He's going to actually run this one and get down to about the 41 of the Buccaneers. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. You had no timeouts. Let's move a little more fast. 27, 26, 25, 24. We're looking for a play. 22, 21, 20, 19. We just wasted so much time for no reason. We're not going to spike this ball again for some reason. And now Jacoby Brissett looking to pass. He's going to complete this to Higgins, who's going to fall inbounds instead of running out of bounds. There's 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, and he spikes the football this time. The Cardinals' clock management all year long has been just utter dog crap. And again, we're going to miss out on a couple throws we could have had. If we had spiked the ball the first time, we would have had about 15 more seconds. But now at least we're going to attempt a field goal so we can get some measly damn points on the board before halftime in what has been an atrocious first half for the Arizona Cardinals yet again. Let's see if Ryland can knock this kick in. 52-yard attempt for Ryland. The first attempt is good, but there was a timeout. So Bowles is trying to ice him here. So we'll see how the second attempt is because they iced him. Halftime show seconds away, but I will also update everybody on what's going on around the league myself as well. I'll try to share my screen. Hopefully it'll work. Apparently it was working earlier in the game, but Yeah, we shall see. We shall see what happens. All right, Ryland gonna try to kick this football in through the uprights. Let's see if we can get 3 points. 52-yard attempt for Ryland. Kind of windy in Tampa Bay. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is in the air, and that was almost blocked, but he's going to hit that right through the middle of the uprights. Good kick by Ryland. The ball was almost blocked. You can't make this stuff up, guys. All right, we are at halftime, and here's our score to end the half. It is 10-3. Tampa Bay at the end of the first half. Both teams were struggling. I'm going to try to screen share. Let's see if we can get some stats up from around the league. Let's see what happens. I'm looking at my monitor down here to see if it works. Let me know in the comments if you can see the screen, if you can see the screen share, so that we can go through our halftime stuff. It's black on my monitor. There we go. We can see it. Welcome to my halftime show, everybody. Let's hop through what's happened in week 13. The Packers on Thanksgiving got a 31-24 win over the Lions. They played a pretty good offensive game, and the Lions tried to play catch up at the end, but they were not able to do so, and they ended up being mustard. Just joking. That was a bad one. Cowboys, Chiefs. Cowboys ended up pulling off the upset against the Kansas City Chiefs, 31-28, and believe me, it is an upset. 31-28 win over the Chiefs, who have lost, I think, 6 games now. Let's see. Let's take a look. 6-6. Yes, they lost their 6th game. The Chiefs are 6-6. What a wonderful world, guys. What a wonderful way to be, Chiefs fans. You've won enough. Let's take a break, Chiefs fans. The Bengals picked up a big-time win over the Ravens in the return of Joe Burrow, making the Ravens look irrelevant and like they won't make the playoffs this year. 32-14. Massive win for them. The Bears also picked up a massive win on Friday, 24-15. The Dolphins with a 13-0 lead over the Saints right now. Let's hop in and see what the stats are looking like in that game. Tyler Shuck, 7 of 10 for only 43 yards. Tua Tagovailoa, 6 of 12 for 87 yards and an interception thrown. So that is about as good of a game as we would have expected. The Texans have a 10-6 lead over the Colts. CJ Stroud is back for the Texans. I honestly think that Davis Mills looks better in that offense, but apparently CJ Stroud is back and is their starter still. They're 6-5 going against the 8-3 Colts, and they're beating them 10-6. Not sure what's happened to the Colts, but maybe that loss to the Chiefs has made them all of a sudden derail a little bit. A few of the gears are missing, and I don't know if they can win. See if they can pull this one out, though. They are almost at halftime, and they are losing. CJ Stroud has 120 yards through the air. Daniel Jones, 8 of 14 for 115. And, Jonathan Taylor been held in check for only 41 yards on the ground. Looking at the other games, let's see. We got a 10-8 game. Very unique game out here. Unique score. You don't see many 8s in the NFL. It's 10-8, 49ers with the lead. Brock Purdy, 9 of 15 for 115 yards. Shedeur Sanders, 8 of 11 for 96 yards and a tutty. Good for him. He's got a touchdown. Wonder if that's rushing or not. Take a look at the scoring summary here. Pass deep left complete. Catch made by Fannin for 34 yards and a touchdown. So apparently it was a deep pass by Shedeur. Good for him. And I hope those Browns will beat the pesky 49ers today. The Titans still losing 3-15 to the Jaguars. I don't feel like that's a necessary update, because we know how the Titans are this year. Let's take a look at the Rams and Panthers game, though. We got a 21-17 lead and loss. Actually, it's in Carolina. Panthers competing with this really good Rams team. Stafford is 12 of 19 for 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 big interceptions, one being a pick 6 from what I saw in the highlights. Bryce Young, 7 of 11 for 81 yards and a touchdown. And I just really don't know what to think of him as an NFL quarterback. And I wonder how long they're going to stick with him. It seems like they're in a bit of a Kyler Murray situation with Bryce Young. Like they're sticking with him too long when he's not fitting in their system. And they're just really not getting enough out of him to really justify keeping him longer. So I don't know what they're doing there. Chuba Hubbard has 37 yards on the ground. Blake Corum, the leading rusher for the Rams. And in our Cardinals game now, finally, to the Cardinals game, we are losing 10-3 at half. Jacoby Brissett has 10 completions on 15 attempts for 95 yards and 1 interception. Baker Mayfield, 11 of 15 for 117 yards and a touchdown. Bucky Irving has 9 carries for 35 yards. Zonovan Knight, 5 carries for 33 yards. I'm going to call him Bam, though. Marvin Harrison Jr., 4 catches for 46 yards. Trey McBride has like 3 catches, but they were all on that first drive pretty much for 17 yards. And I really hope he gets the next 2 to keep that streak of 5 or more catches going. Michael Carter and Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson has been absolutely a non-factor today. 1 catch for 10 yards after doing so well the last 2 weeks. Josh Sweat has 2 sacks. Pretty much the only player who came to play today for the defense. Because, I mean, missed tackles left and right has been the story of the game for the Cardinals. Missed an important sack that ended up leading to that touchdown. The Buccaneers ended up scoring 3 touchdowns on the same drive. 2 of them got called back because of penalties. But the Cardinals defense, it's like when you're playing the D League. And, you know, the Cardinals are the D League defense, and you're just trying to be nice, but you end up making it easy on them, trying to play easy on them. Like, we're going to score 3 touchdowns, and we won't count 2 of them. But then they end up scoring all 3 anyways. And that's how the Cardinals defenses look today. Baker Mayfield does have 117 yards passing. Of course, no interceptions thrown because the Cardinals defense is too easy to play against, and they don't get any interceptions except for last game when they suddenly got 3 interceptions in our loss. 1 touchdown and 2 sacks. He's been sacked twice, both times by Josh Sweat. So Josh Sweat's having a great game. Bucky Irving only got 35 yards on the ground. Baker Mayfield with 26, but that 1 carry was basically all of that. That one that he should have been sacked, and then it was able to escape. Godwin only has 2 catches for 56 yards. I mean, the 56 yards is great, but he's only got 2 catches. Rashad White only with 2 catches. Like, Buka has 3 catches. They're all pretty low stats for both sides of the ball. Like, neither team was able to do too much, but now the Buccaneers are leading in all of the stats. 126 total yards for the Cardinals, 177 for the Buccaneers. Passing yards 85 to 107 in favor of the Buccaneers. Rushing yards 41 to 70, also in favor of the Buccaneers. And yards per play pretty even, 5.7 for the Bucks, 5.3 for the Cardinals. First downs pretty even, 8 for the Buccaneers, 7 for the Cardinals. Third down efficiency, 5 of 9 on attempts for the Buccaneers. Shows how many more third down opportunities they've had, and that's really why they kept converting third downs. They kept draining the clock, and the Cardinals only had the ball 4 times in the first half. Cardinals are 2 of 4 on their third downs, and the Buccaneers converted that 1 fourth down that I think they shouldn't have been able to convert, but we let them have it. Both teams have 2 sacks. Both teams have punted twice. Both teams have multiple penalties here. 5 for the Buccaneers for 40 yards, 3 for the Cardinals for 23. You know, not as bad as we've been seeing for the Cardinals. They've been very sloppy penalty-wise. 3 penalties is all we got. And so, you know, hopefully they continue that. Not very many penalties in the second half. Buccaneers got 18 minutes time of possession versus basically 12 for the Cardinals. They've been holding the ball a lot longer. And, you know, the tackle's pretty even. 1 of 1 on field goals for each team. And the Buccaneers are 1 of 2 in the red zone. The Cardinals are 0 for 0. I thought they made the red zone when they threw that first interception, but I guess they had not quite made it to the end zone. All right, we got 6 people hanging out with us. Actually, it's 8 people, and we got 1 like. Thank you for the like. Actually, I totally forgot I have likes on streams. Big appreciation to you for liking. We're going to be hopping in to the second half here shortly, but you're missing nothing right now. We're at 202 subscribers. Super happy to have everyone who subscribed to the channel helping support the channel to this point. Let's see if we have any more votes. We have 6 votes now for no. Will the Cardinals win today? No. They haven't given us any confidence to believe they'll win, right? So why would they win? I totally agree with you guys. That is a no. We got 7 of you hanging out with us. Super appreciate it. We could talk about the game in the comments down below. Would love to have some stuff to talk about during the commercial breaks. But big time happy to have you here. Big time happy boy to have all you here. 8 people hanging out with us right now in the stream. Subscribing is free, just so you know. And if you subscribe, it makes a fun ding sound. So let's see if we can get any subscribers today during the stream. Usually hop in. We get like 1 or 2 during a football game. No big deal. But it is totally free. There are no ads on my channel as of right now. I'm not going to put any ads ever on my live streams, just so you guys know. Want to make sure you guys are able to hang out with me and not get inundated with AdTube, which is YouTube that basically just loves throwing ads in every 5 minutes. There's enough commercial breaks we have to sit through for me to just throw ads in there. That would not be nice to you guys. And I will never do that. I will never put ads in the live streams. We are still on the commercials here. But feel free to let me know how your Thanksgiving was. Appreciate everybody just hanging out. Every minute you watch means the world to me, helps me get more watch time towards monetization and unlocking super chats and all that fun stuff as well. I will be streaming probably the Broncos game tonight on Sunday Night Football against the Commanders. Hopefully that game is a little bit more exciting. Every game so far that I have streamed has been pretty pretty boring, honestly. That Jags game was pretty fun at the end of it, but the Cardinals offense is going to have to play a little bit better in the second half if we're going to have an exciting finish today. Otherwise, it could be another disappointing game I'm live streaming, but it's not disappointing with you guys here. So thank you for watching. Hope you like my new set. Pretty cool. Got the pillow, subscribe pillow. Got the championship belt and the Christmas lights that are semi-falling. All right, let's see if we can pop up before. Let me know if this doesn't work, guys. I'm going to bring back up the ESPN website so we can actually see this. My monitor always goes black during this. I want to make sure that you guys can actually see and hear me still when I switch over to the stats in the ESPN website. I want to make sure that we can see it for the second half. So let's see what happens here. Let's go. There we go. It takes a minute to pop up. Sharing your screen on YouTube, a little bit more efficient. I'm sharing my screen literally through the YouTube stream. I'm not using a Streamlab or anything like that. But like it freezes for like 10 seconds before it hops over. As you can see, we have our counter for halftime. It is ticking down. We are almost back in the game. Jacoby Brissett, if he hadn't made that critical mistake in the first game, we might have a touchdown on top of this score right now. We might have another field goal, which would make it at least a 10-6 game or a 10-10 game possibly in the second half. The offensive line still struggling. They can't do anything with any sort of blitz package, any sort of formation that would try to add an extra rusher. They can't block anybody. So we're gonna see if they can actually give Brissett time to throw the football here in the second half, because I really want to see a touchdown. Would love to see some exciting stuff for the Cardinals. I think honestly at this point, I'm surprised Jonathan Gannon still has a job as a Cardinals coach. I feel like the entire coaching staff probably should have been overhauled, and then some smaller coach could have been the interim for the rest of the year. It's just not happening. We're not getting what we want out of this team in year 3. I mean, this team doesn't look that bad if they're running on all cylinders. We saw it on the first drive until that interception. All right. We are ready for the second half kickoff, and the Cardinals look like they're going to get the football to start it. A touchdown here would go a long way to giving everyone hope that we could maybe pull off a win today. So many missed sacks, so many missed tackles. They're showing them all right now from Baker Mayfield, where he broke out of a tackle, broke out of a sack, running hard, being elusive for a quarterback who you wouldn't think is super athletic. He's more athletic than you think, apparently. And the only touchdown of the game is to an offensive tackle. Wirfs is the only touchdown in this game. Man. A left tackle's dream. He's one of the best left tackles in the NFL. We could really use him. Would love to have him. Let's just sign every offensive lineman in the offseason. Let's spend all our money on offensive linemen, and I think our team gets substantially better instantly, because our offensive line is our big weak point. Kickoff is up in the air, and we have begun the second half of football in Tampa Bay. Ball to 20, 25, 30. He gets the edge. They out to the 40, and he's going to get hit hard out of bounds, and he knocks a coach down at the 42 to 43 yard line. That was a good return. We needed that one. That's going to get us out to the 42 yard line. It's showing. I was correct on that call. Great. It's about damn time. Andre Bakelia. He's got a couple good returns today. All right. Jacoby Brissett is under center. Let's see what we can get done. Hand the ball off to Knight, who's going to break 2 tackles, and he is going to run to the outside. He's going to get about 12 yards, and that is our Arizona Cardinals first down. I feel like I haven't been able to say that at all today. I haven't been able to say that at all. Oh, my goodness. Finally a first down for the Cardinals. That was a really good play by Bam Knight. He broke 2 tackles, and that was a mean stiff arm on the second broken tackle. All right, 1st and 10 from the 45 of the Buccaneers. Brissett going to hand this ball off to Carter, who's going to fumble the football right to the Buccaneers, man. You've got to be kidding me, man. We had the ball at the 45. You get like 10 more yards, and you're going to get 3 points at least. That's actually Bam Knight who fumbled that football. Really good run on the first play, and then he just fumbles the ball. It gets popped in the air, and a defender is just going to catch it in midair and fall on the ground. It was recovered by Smith for the Buccaneers, number 23. And the Buccaneers are going to take over, and that is the second turnover of the game for the Arizona Cardinals, who now have turned it over on the first drive of the first half and the first drive of the second half. The Cardinals defense back out on the field now. Buccaneers with the ball at the 40-yard line. I cannot do it with this team. First carry for the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have had the ball the entire game. There's a flag after this play, 8-yard carry, and then a flag is on the field with some laundry. The freaking Buccaneers have had the lead the entire game. They've also had the ball the whole game. We finally had the ball. Finally got a first down, and then we fumbled it. There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding offense. Personal foul defense number 27. The penalties are going to offset. Must have been a late hit out of bounds or something. Davis Gaither here. Personal foul. Drives the running back out of bounds, and then looks like he gets frustrated and pushes him for no reason. It was Tucker who was running with the football. A little bit short and low. 2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers. Ball really well to Egbuka, except it was a little short, little low, but there was no chance for the defender to stop that if Egbuka catches it. All right, clock is stopped at 13:41. And we're waiting for the second down snap. They're in the gun. Tight end in motion. Get finally tackled in the backfield. That is still big tackle in the backfield. That was a good play, finally, for this defense. He just burst through the offensive line and made sure Tucker wasn't going anywhere. Tucker, who showed last week that he is a really good running back. And honestly, they have a really good three set of running backs in the Tampa Bay. All 3 of them are really great. They got White, they got Tucker, and they got Irving. 3 amazing backs. It's hard to have that in the NFL where you got 3 guys you can rely on at the same time. Mayfield going to take the snap. 3rd and 12. He is getting pressured. He breaks through it again. He's running to the side, and he's going to throw this football away. 4th and 12. Good play by the defense pass rush. Good play by the coverage. And they weren't able to actually complete this one in some crazy backyard football fashion. Calais Campbell hustling so hard right now in this game. We got a 4th and 12, and the Bucs are going to have to punt this football. And that will be a technically a 3 and out, even though they ran more plays than 3. They're going to have to punt this ball before getting a first down. Good job by the Cardinals. Defense gets the job done. The punt is up, and there's a fair catch at the 20. He actually caught the football. That's great. There is a flag on the field. Ball marked at the 20. Let's see what the flag is, though. During the kick, holding on the receiving team. On a freaking... Oh, man, this team's going to make me lose my mind. On a fair catch, punt, there's a holding call on the receiving team. So the Cardinals will move the ball 10 yards back, and they're going to start with the ball now, probably on the 10-yard line. Like, how? Who did that? Maybe it'll show who did that penalty. Offensive holding. It says offensive holding, but it's not showing who did it. Oh, wait. R. Dixon punts 42 yards. Center E. Decker's fair catch. Greg Dortch. Penalty on K. Crawford. K. Crawford, offensive holding 10 yards. So we had the ball at the 20. Now we're going to have to go 90 yards to get a touchdown. Like, we just cannot get out of our own way. How do you have a holding call on a freaking fair catch punt? Oh my gosh. That doesn't make damn sense, dude. We do have a win vote. We have 8 votes, and will the Cardinals win today? We have one person now who says that they will. Oh my goodness. We got one person who's got the faith in the Cardinals not playing as like they've played all game. Like maybe they'll do something different. We got 7 no votes, 1 yes vote. Well, will the Cardinals win today? If we can tie this game, we might get some more yes votes as well. Let's see. Subscribing is free. We're on commercial break. You're missing nothing right now. We have 6 people hanging out with us. We love having you here. Big appreciation to all of you guys for helping out the channel. You guys being here, if you like the video, 5 would be the goal for this video and this stream. If we can get 5 likes on the live stream, that helps us out big time in getting more people to see that the stream is active and getting them to hop on in here. We've had about... We can take a look at how many people we've had hop in here. Let's take a look at how many people have hopped in to this stream so far today and have come and hang out with us. I'm popping it up right here. Looks like we're back from commercial break. We've had 145 people hop in. That's awesome. Big thank you to all of you. And there's been 6 of you pretty much hanging with me the whole time. So you guys are my favorite people of the day. Really appreciate that. Only has 1 catch. Got to get him more involved. Going to complete it. This time it's caught by... Who did that? And he's holding his knee. Is that Wilson? Michael Wilson just caught his second pass of the day for about 15 yards. That's good for him, but he was holding his knee a little bit. He does jog off the field slightly gingerly. Didn't look that bad, but let's see this tackle. Yeah, hit him right in the side of his left knee. That's always a bad thing. But it looks like he's fine. He's staying. Hopefully he comes back on the field. I need my fantasy points. Jacoby Brissett under center. The ball at the 25-yard line for the Cardinals. And he's going to fake the handoff. Brissett looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to throw this one deep. Can he hit his man? McBride is not going to catch this. It was thrown over his head a little bit. Ball was like a yard or 2 thrown over McBride's head. If he keeps running on instead of slowing down, he catches this ball in stride. Brissett put it in a beautiful spot for him, but he kind of slowed down, and then the ball went slightly over his head. Maybe the sun got in his way. But that could have been a massive completion to McBride, who's going to go off the field to get a breather for this play. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. 12 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. There's still a lot of time. This game is not over yet. Our asses, we'll be fine. Cardinals have had their heads in their asses all year long, so that could be an interesting proposition if they can actually get their shit together. Let's go, Cardinals. 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Brissett's going to quickly throw out. Dortch is going to find a little bit of room, and he's going to get about 12 yards for a first down as long as there's no flags on this play. Ball out to the 38. No flags. Cardinals with another first down. Let's go, baby. That was a good play by Dortch. Good blocking. Flags. I almost thought they were going to throw a flag there for a second, but they did not. First and 10 for the Cardinals. From now, the Brissett is going to ball off. A couple for Bam Knight on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 7 or 2nd and 8. Has been non-existent in the offense today after being a big running back last week and playing a little bit better than Bam Knight. He's just disappeared. Another head scratcher for the coaching staff. Not sure what's going on there. Is he on the injury report down here? No, he's not. He's not on the injury report. Knight's going to catch this football. He's going to get all the way down to the 46-yard line of the Buccaneers. Another Cardinals first down. Big pass play to Bam Knight. This is just another screen pass out to the flat. And when you have a pass rush that is constantly going to get to Brissett so quickly, you have to kind of keep doing that. Order. If you guys can see the stream all clear, give me an all good in the comments and a go Cards. Actually, give me a go Cards or a go Bucks, whatever team you're rooting for, in the comments down below. If you can see my stream clearly, if it's fuzzy and blurry, let me know as well. I want to make sure I have a good stream. Michael Carter catch. This is another 14-yard gain for the Cardinals. He's going to get a first down, and it is minutes 40 left in the third quarter. The Cardinals moving the ball finally once again. Let's make sure they don't make a massive error again. The 2 drives that were moving the football today were an interception at the end of it and a fumble at the beginning of it as it was starting to move for 2 of the drives that were actually working for the Cardinals today. So right now they have their 3rd drive field with relative ease. So right now they need to make sure they have a gashing, horrible mistake. Let's see what happens here. Hand off to Carter. He is not going to get much. He's going to get about a yard on that one. Hold him to just 1. 9 minutes. Trying to mix up. That one didn't work out well. Carter's first carry of the game. Not really getting him involved very much today, as I just said, but they had him involved in the passing game on that last play. Went pretty well. All right, Cardinals, let's keep this ball moving downfield. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. That commercial break, I will see if the stream is working. This ball is going to be caught by Marvin Harrison Jr. for a few and short for the Cardinals. See if they can convert. This is a big conversion, big 3rd down. Come on, Cardinals. We've had 21 passing plays and rushing plays today. All right, Jacoby. Looks like they're coming with a blitz because it's been working all day long. Got to get the ball out quickly. He should know this right here. Get the ball out fast. He's in the gun. Takes the snap on 3rd down. Ball thrown just over the head of Harrison, and we are going to have to kick a field goal. Marvin Harrison Jr. hit the fingertips just out of the reach of his hands for an actual catch for a touchdown. Harrison beat his man as well. If this is on his hands, it would be a touchdown, but it was just out of reach. Really good route by Marvin Harrison, though. That was not his fault at all. All right. I've been having issues with the screen today, so I'm going to go ahead and just be on my screen with the play-by-play for the rest of the game, giving you guys good play-by-play, because the stats every time I'm trying to screen share and pull it up, as Ryland is going to miss the field goal. And the Cardinals are still losing 10-3. This is one of the worst teams in the NFL that just continues to make big mistake after big mistake and just continues to find their best way to lose possible. At every possible turn, they find a way to lose or shoot themselves in the foot. First, it was the interception, then the fumble later in the game, and now the missed field goal when they needed it most. It would have been 10-6, but the scoreboard is not going to change. It is instead still 10-3 right now. We have our second like on the stream. Big thank you to the person who liked. We are almost to our goal of 5 likes in this stream today. We have 9 votes on will the Cardinals win today. We have a second one finally for yes, will the Cardinals win today. So we have a couple people in here feeling pretty good about it. Yeah, for the rest of the game, for the fourth quarter of this game, I'm just not going to show any of the stats or screen share. I will still talk about all the stats that are going on during the commercial breaks and stuff, but I'm not going to show it with a screen share because my stream has been lagging, and I think it's been kind of making the stream turn off because of that. But I'm not going to do that to you guys. I don't want it to be a gross stream. So I'm just going to show myself and my cool new set for the fourth quarter and give you guys the play-by-play for the game. But you're missing nothing right now. We got 8 people hanging out with us at the moment, and we are missing nothing at the moment. So let me tell you what's going on with the stream. We have had a total in this stream of 163 people coming to hang out with us. Big thank you to all of you who have come in here to hang out with me while this live has been going on. The Cardinals have just missed a field goal, so they continue to play and just miss out on every possible opportunity. They've been given about 10 opportunities in this game and have missed out on all of those opportunities. So big time fail for them right now so far in this game. And it's been a sloppy one, losing 10-3. Let's take a look at the stats right now around the NFL and also in our game. Jacoby Brissett is 15 of 22 for 156 yards right now, 1 interception. Bam Knight has 8 carries for 51 yards, but he has that big time fumble that was not good. Baker Mayfield's thrown for only 117 yards. He has not looked good today either. And Bucky Irving's been held for 35 yards. In all seriousness, we should have this game. We should be tied in this game right now at least. But for some reason, we are struggling. We are struggling right now. And we're almost back from commercial break. Looks like we're just hopping back from commercial break right here. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers getting the ball back from where the Cardinals missed their last kick. 7:46 left in the game, and the way the need any more points on the Buccaneers side of the football. It is 10-3 right now, Buccaneers. Let's see. First snap going to go to Irving. Irving is going to try to break through all of this massive tacklers, and he's going to get a couple yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Buccaneers. They're at about the 35-yard line. So they're showing this kick that was missed by Ryland. Yeah, they're having a conversation about the kick. And Ryland doesn't seem too happy with the way the holder was holding that football. Pinky up or pinky down. It can change the flight path of the football. 2nd down for the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield rolling out to his right. He's going to try to pass this ball. It was almost intercepted by Budda Baker. Came flying in like a little swan to come try to intercept that football. He almost had it too. Baker tried to zip this one in, and Baker was all over that one. Not Baker Mayfield, Budda Baker. There were 2 Bakers involved in the same play. Who would have thought? Almost a fantastic play to try to give the Cardinals a little bit more momentum at this moment when they desperately need something to go their way in this game. They've pretty much been dead silent all game long. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Baker changing the play. Going to take the snap. He's by himself in the backfield looking to throw downfield. It's complete for Egbuka. This ball is going to be on the other side of the field now, all the way down to about somewhere in the 40s. Big completion to Egbuka. This ball's near the 45 of the Cardinals now. That was about a 20 to 25-yard completion, wide open, and number 21 completely missed his assignment for the Cardinals, Williams. So many wide open catches against the Cardinals defense this season. minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Baker Mayfield's going to snap and toss this one out to Irving, who's looking for some room. He's running out of room, though, and he's going to get still 3 yards. I don't know how this keeps happening. Every single time it looks like there's no room, nothing there. Irving gets like 3 yards every single time. Every time. Panthers went for it on 4th down against the Rams, and they got a touchdown out of it. And they have the lead on the Rams again. Crazy game going out there in Carolina. Man, that would be a fun game to be watching right now. My goodness. All right. I might try screen sharing one more time in the 4th quarter. If you guys let me know if you can see it all good with the stats on the ESPN.com. But right now, I'm just keeping it on my screen as, oh man, Godwin catches this football, and he's just going to run for about 10 more yards since no one wanted to tackle him. 22-yard pickup for the Buccaneers there in field goal range again. And on this drive, they're looking like they're going to take a 2-possession lead. Pass coverage been really weak over the last couple of plays. Simon was right in front of Godwin on that play and just couldn't watch the eyes of Mayfield enough to possibly get in front of that pass, bat it down, or make an interception. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and the Buccaneers are driving down the football field. And my sadness is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Just joking, it's not. I'll probably be streaming the Broncos game later as well, everybody. If you want to come hang out with me during the Broncos game tonight. Mayfield's going to drop back to pass on 1st and 10. He's going to complete this one to, looks like, Otten for the first time. They haven't gotten him involved at all. Wish he was more involved in the passing game just a little bit so I could get some more fantasy points, but nope, not to be done today. Not to be. We got 7 people hanging out with us while we're watching the Cardinals game right now. Big thank you to all of you. Our like goal for the video is 5. They're totally free, and subscribing is also totally free. Super happy to have all of you here with me. Baker Mayfield in the I formation. Looks like Bucky Irving is behind him. See if he's going to hand this football off. See what he's going to do with it here. He is going to hand the football off to Irving, who's going to get a first down and walk his way into the end zone. That's another touchdown for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they have just taken a massive lead over the Cardinals in the 3rd quarter. He had a touchdown earlier that got called back because of a penalty, but now he has scored again. This time this touchdown's actually going to count for Bucky Irving. Well, those 2 yes votes may want to change their yeses to nos on the Cardinals if they're going to win this game or not, because they are probably not going to win this game, if I had to guess. Oh, boy. Crowd chanting for Bucky Irving, as they should. He totally deserves it. Extra point is good, and it is 17-3. The Jags. I'm saying Jags because I'm having flashbacks to last week now. Buccaneers have a 17-3 lead on the lowly Cardinals. We're headed to commercial break. You are missing nothing, though. We don't have a commercial break. So for the next 2 minutes, we will just hang out and let you know what's going on around the league, because we don't want to talk about this game, that's for sure. Let's refresh what we see here. Buccaneers with a 17-3 lead over the Cardinals. The Jaguars have an 18-3 lead over the Titans. Rams and Panthers battling it out, 24-21. Panthers actually have the lead right now in that one. Still 10-8 in the Browns game versus the 49ers. The Browns are losing by 2, but they have the football at San Francisco's 32 and could maybe take a very weird 11-10 lead right now. The Jets and Falcons are tied at 14. That's ended up being a pretty good game. The Texans and Colts having a pretty close game, 13-6 lead for the Texans with 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and the Dolphins have a 16-8 lead over the Saints. Oh, man, Cardinals. Being a Cardinals fan is just really just, man, like how do we keep rooting for this team? It is such a hard team to root for. I mean, it's given me good content this year with all my rage content or my goofy, can't believe this is happening content this season, but like they're so hard to root for, man. This team just does not want to be a winning team. They really don't. I think that like we're at the point as Cardinals fans where we need to completely strip away everything and completely build up from the ground up. We need to strip away everything. Every play needs to be gone. We need to completely build it up from the ground up again with a coaching staff that's actually competent. I think guys like Buda Baker, if they want to leave, should be totally free to leave. Honestly, they should be free to leave. I think we need a big guy back there at safety, anyways. Some bigger hits. Buda Baker's really good. Don't get me wrong. He's just so tiny. We got so many tiny people on our team. All right, I'm switching over to showing the screen share for the ESPN. Appreciate if anybody could let me know if they are able to see it nice and clearly. Want to make sure you guys can see it clearly. I'm going to see if the Cardinals are going to get the ball back. Haven't done anything with that all day so far. The 3 drives where they've been moving the ball have led to interception, fumble, and missed field goal. Let's see if we can move the ball on our 4th drive, get the ball to Michael Wilson, maybe get a touchdown. The catch is going to be at the 3. He's going to carry this to the 25, and he's going to get tackled around the 28 for the kickoff. All right, Marvin Harrison Jr., a little bit dinged up yet again. So annoying. Can't believe. Take Marvin Harrison Jr. back on the field right now. 17-3. The Cardinals need something big time at this moment. Arizona looking for anything they can get here. Jacoby Brissett looking to pass. He's going to throw on first down. He's going to Harrison, who's still limping on one of his feet. Looks like it might be the right ankle bothering him. And he's going to get out to the 46. Big completion and a big first down for the Cardinals. It's hard to be excited right now with how they've gotten a few good plays and then really just squandered that every single drive today. But big catch. Yeah, it looks like it's the right ankle that's bothering him right now. Just came back from appendicitis and then his right ankle's messed up. You know, maybe Michael Wilson be better as wide receiver 1 anyway. If he needs to go out of the game, get Michael Wilson some more action. Brissett's going to fake the handoff, going to look to throw on first again. This is completed to McBride. I think that ball, it looked like it might have been tipped, but still completed to McBride. It was tipped. Wow. I got that eagle eye here today. That ball was a dead duck, and somehow McBride, it went right to him. It might have been overthrown if it wasn't for the tip. The tip ended up making the ball actually go right into his hands. We're at about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. There's still plenty of time to come back in this game. We just have to quit making such dumb mistakes for the rest of this game. Come on, Cardinals. Brissett's going to throw this ball to McBride on a screen pass, and he's going to get about half of what he needs for a first down. Down to the 32-yard line. McBride playing a pretty good game today. Hasn't been involved as much as I would have liked to see. Would love to see Wilson more involved as well, but McBride is having a decent game. Harrison having a decent game. Davis Gaither has 7 tackles. Wow. All right, let's see if they're going to hand off on first down. Brissett is under center. He's going to toss this ball out. First down for Knight. He's going to get more than that, too. All the way out to like the 22-yard line. The Cardinals are very close to the end zone right now. Got an 8-yard rush for him. 9 carries for 60 yards for Bam Knight. Unfortunately for him, that gigantic fumble that really squandered a chance for us to get more points. Cardinals are playing way too slow, in my opinion, still. I wish we had a little bit more of an up-tempo offense. Every play takes about 20 seconds to 30 seconds to run. This ball is also going to be thrown out in the flat to Knight again, who's going to get about 7 yards on it. It's going to be 2nd and 3. 1 minute left in the third quarter. And we are in the red zone. Cardinals have not been in the red zone at all today. All right, this is where we've been struggling, getting the ball into the end zone after making it to the red zone. This is the part where we start really messing up in the past. Brissett looking to hand off. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's got pressure. He's going to escape the pressure, and he is going to throw this ball for a touchdown. Bam Knight's he squeaked right through the coverage, and that is going to be a touchdown. Bam Knight and the Cardinals are still alive in this football game. It is now 17-9. Pending an extra point, it'll be 17-10. Let's go, Cardinals. We are not dead yet. Not dead yet here today. Oh, man. Come on, Cardinals. Come on, Cardinals. Let me know in the comments by saying go Cards if you can see the stream or not, or if it's blurry and fuzzy and gross. Ryland makes it a touchdown game with the extra point. It is up and it is good, and the Cardinals find themselves down 17-10. So they finally managed to score on this drive. So many times today, they have not been able to do so. There's only 31 seconds left in the third quarter. We're going to have a 2-minute commercial break here in this game, it looks like. And then we will have the end of the third quarter shortly after, probably on 1 or 2 plays, and another commercial break. So that gives me time to hop around through the stats here. The win potential for the Cardinals only jumped up to 15.4% after that touchdown, which shows the odds makers have no faith in us. Let's take a look at the odds down at the bottom of the screen. Arizona Cardinals are plus 7.5 still at this moment, minus 7.5 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and right now a plus 700 money line for the Cardinals. I would not put any money on that at all. But Bam Knight with a passing touchdown from Jacoby Brissett, and the Cardinals have life suddenly in this game, new life. Big thank you to everybody who is hopping in, watching the stream right now. We got a few of you here hanging out with us. Super happy to have all of you here. We're at 202 subscribers on this new YouTube channel. And total hop in on the stream today. We have had 184 people hop in on the stream today. Wow, that's awesome. Big thank you to everybody for coming in and hanging out with us. Super happy to have you here on my humble little new YouTube channel. We are on commercial break. You're missing nothing at the moment. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 9 minutes to be exact, ever since this game started. And we've had a few of you hanging out with us the whole time. So you guys are my best friends. Jacoby Brissett now in this game has 20 completions on 27 tries for 220 yards and a touchdown. And unfortunately, the interception that derailed the first drive, which could have completely made our momentum. We could have had momentum the whole game if it weren't for that. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out well for us. Bam Knight, 3 receptions for 36 yards. And he's caught all 3 of his targets. That's pretty nice. Good response from Arizona. That's what they had to have. Oh, fumbled kickoff. Back into the end zone. He's going to take a knee. That was a scary play for Tampa Bay for a split second. Right through his hands, too. Oh, my gosh. That was spooky. Thank you to all 8 of you hanging out with us right now. We have a 17-10 lead. It's getting pretty close. The defense needs to make a big stop here, but we may have another commercial break pretty quickly because there's only a third quarter, and the Buccaneers are probably going to run a couple plays in the that probably. Irving's going to catch this ball. He's going to first down and more. Unfortunately. And that's a big bummer right there. That was a little pass to Irving. He's going to get a first down about 5 or 6 yards more after that. 25 yards after catch. Okay, clearly he made it further than I thought he did. But it's 1st and 10 on Tampa Bay's 40. And if you this is the big deal right here. This is where the Cardinals don't win games. And we're headed to the commercial break after that first play because the third quarter is over. But we are not headed to commercial break. We are going to stay right here while I sip of my Dr. Pepper. This is where the Cardinals don't win this season. When the defense needs a stop, they allow a touchdown. When the Cardinals need the touchdown at the end of the game to tie it, they don't get the touchdown. So, when one side plays well, the other side does not complement that. So, right now, the Cardinals offense has gotten your defense. Now, thank the offense with a stop and get them the ball. The 3-8 Cardinals, who are 2-3 on the road, 2 of our 3 wins on the road this year. Can we make it 3 of our 4 wins? Let me know in the poll if you think the Cardinals are going to pull off a comeback here today. Let's see what the scores are around the league real quick. Jaguars winning 25-3. Make sure the scores are completely updated. It is 17-8, the 49ers beating the Browns. The Jaguars winning 25-3 over the Titans. Panthers have a 24-21 lead. The Rams, but I think they're attempting a field goal right now. The Jets and Falcons are tied 14-14. Texans Colts tied 13-13. They have a good game going on over there. 3 good games in the NFL right now. And our game is another one that's pretty good if the Cardinals defense can hold. Dolphins winning 16-8 over the Saints. That's all we got going on right now. In the afternoon, we're going to have the Vikings versus the Seahawks, the Bills and the Steelers, and the Raiders and Chargers. And then I will be back on my channel most likely for the Sunday night football game with the Broncos in my Broncos gear because that is my AFC team. If you guys want to come back and hang out with me during the Sunday night football game, that would be absolutely amazing. If you want to come hang out with me, let me know how you're feeling about this game in the comments below if you think the Cardinals are going to win or not. We are almost back from commercial break at the end of the third quarter. We got about 30 seconds left before the game will be coming back on. Let me know if you can see the screen or if it is blurry or black. Just let me know. For some reason, the iPad I'm using to make sure the stream looks good is incredibly blurry, and I can't see a single number on it, but I can see myself in the corner. So I'd love to make sure you guys are getting a high-quality stream. If I need to stop screen sharing to help with that, I will, though. All right, we're back from commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, so hang out with me. We're going to watch the rest of this game. Cardinals have a 15% chance of winning based to the odds makers. Baker Mayfield's under center, probably going to hand this ball off to Bucky Irving, if anything, if the rest of this game is any indication. And he is going to 4-yard gain for Irving. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Right near the 45-yard line. Probably they're going to mark it at the 40. They gave him 5 yards. They're going to put it at the 45, actually. I didn't think he got the 45. I thought he was down at the 44. But I guess that's a technicality. Every yard's going to count at the end of this game, though. Hopefully the Cardinals can make a big stop here. This is where this team is always just a little bit behind the. Get it? 8 ball. There's an 8 ball behind me. The 8 ball's behind me. I'm not behind the 8 ball. Baker going to fake the handoff. He's going to look to pass downfield. Let's see if we get good coverage. Make sure you don't let him scramble away. He's going to throw the football out of bounds. Good job, defense. 3rd and 5. Big 3rd down here for the Cardinals. Let's see what the Buccaneers are going to run here. 14-12 left on the 4th quarter game clock. Cardinals trying desperately this game. They are in the game once again after Jacoby Brissett to Bam Knight. Stop right here. This is where you need to buckle down. Starting to get a little bit anxious right now. Make sure you don't let anything stupid happen. Don't let any free runners go downfield for wide open passes. Mayfield's getting pressured. He's going to throw deep downfield. He's got a receiver, and this ball is almost intercepted, but it is going to be incomplete. Honestly, that would have been more like a long, gigantic punt if Thompson had intercepted that pass. So it might be better that he didn't catch the pass for an interception, but that was an ill-advised throw by Baker Mayfield, who thought he had Sterling Shepard open, and then he just ended up having way too much time. That ball was in the air way too long. for Shepard. Johnson was trying to play defense while Thompson came in as the safety trying to intercept that ball. Good play on both of their parts. Good job by them. We got 11 people hanging out with us right now. Big thank you to you guys for hopping in here. Oh my goodness, the dog just scared the crap out of me by kicking the door open. That just terrified me, little. Why'd you do that? My little dog just scared me. We're going in Tampa Bay. It'll be about 2 minutes long probably, but thanks for hanging out. We'll just kind of chill here while we're waiting. Big thank you to all of you for watching the stream. Appreciate it. Got 10 people hanging out with us right now. Let me know who you think's going to win, and likes are free. Subscribing is free as well. How you doing? Little boy. Yeah. You heard that? Hop back over here. We're on commercial break, probably about another minute and a half. You want to come hang out in the stream for a minute? Are you sure? You're going to keep him in here? All right. Is it 25 degrees outside? Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Thanks. I think my set looks good too. Yeah. You won't. Yeah. You're picky though. When the Cardinals game is over, I'll try them on.
Try them on now. Whip it out.
No.
Show it up. Be a bitch.
All right. We're almost back from commercial break here. My wife is just pestering me at the door. I will not try on pants on the stream. I will not do so.
Get out.
Not going to do it. We got 7 people hanging out with us right now. Liking is free. We have no commercials on this stream. Come hang out with us while we watch the end of the Cardinals game together, and I give you guys the play-by-play. We will almost be back here pretty soon from the commercial break. Got a Starbucks commercial first. Should be about 20 more seconds, and we'll be back at this game. I'll give you the play-by-play, and we will see if the Cardinals can pull off a comeback together. The goal for the stream is 5 likes. No commercials on this stream. You're just with me for the whole game. And I give you my play-by-play. We've been here for 2 hours and 20 minutes straight with all of you lovely people. I love your faces. So thank you so much for watching. We are back from commercial break. Coming up out of this here, we're going to see what happens. They're showing that Indiana-Ohio State matchup for the Big Ten championship. That's going to be a good game. 13 minutes and 57 seconds left on the fourth quarter game clock. Cardinals have the football at the 12-yard line, and they need to move 88 yards down the field if they are going to tie this football game. Brissett under center, and they're going to start with a handoff, which is going to go nowhere. Bam Knight is going to be pushed back to the 10. It's going to be a 2-yard loss. That was an unfortunate start to the drive for the Cardinals. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Marvin Harrison still limping on his right foot. That is a right ankle injury from the looks of it for sure. And I'm not sure how he's effective at all on the field right now with him limping like that. He's not going to be able to get on any route and get open at all if he's that gimpy on his foot. Marvin Harrison Jr. has been hurt 3 times this year in 3 different ways. You got the appendicitis, you got some sort of like chest/rib shoulder injury, and now you got his ankle. Really hope he doesn't end up being an injury-prone guy who's just hurt his whole career. But we had a timeout or something, and we're at our 3rd commercial break in about the last 7 or so minutes. So that's a big, juicy bummer. Let's hop around our stats for a second real quick, and let me run you through how the Cardinals game is going. The team stats, nearly identical. There are 276 total yards for the Cardinals versus 267 total yards for the Buccaneers. The passing yards, very close as well. The Cardinals are winning with 209 passing yards. The Buccaneers just behind them with 177 passing yards. The Buccaneers are winning in rushing yards with 90, and the Cardinals have 67 rushing yards. 6-7 if any of you are young watching this. Cardinals have 6.6 yards per play right now. Buccaneers have 5.9 yards per play right now, and the Cardinals have 16 first downs versus the Buccaneers 12. If you're looking at the offensive stats, the Cardinals actually look like the better team right now at the moment. As far as, yardage, first downs, you'd think this game would be basically tied. And it is pretty close. If the Cardinals had converted that field goal, it'd be 17-13. If they hadn't fumbled and thrown an interception on the two other drives, this would be a 1-point game, or the Cardinals could possibly have a lead. But they made so many big mistakes today that they have not been able to do that. But they have more first downs by 4, and hopefully they'll get more first downs on this drive. It is going to be 2nd and 12 when we get back from commercial break, but you're missing nothing. And during the commercials, I don't do commercials. We don't do commercials on this channel on the live streams. Absolutely not. Third downs today, the Cardinals are 2 of 5. I bet you we're about to see if they can be 2 of 6 or 3 of 6, because they're about to have a big 2nd and 12 that'll probably lead to a third down unless they can get a good completion downfield. Fourth down efficiency, 1 of 1 for the Buccaneers, 0-0 for the Cardinals. They are getting close to having to go for it on fourth down here in this game, though, if they can't get anything going. And the Buccaneers are 6 of 12 on third down, 50%, not horrible. Total plays about 45 for the Bucs, 42 for the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are about to tie that up. Harrison is still limping off the field. He left the field on his own power and then laid down on the ground. So Michael Wilson is back to being wide receiver 1 because Marvin Harrison Jr. is made of glass. So we're going to see how the rest of this game goes. 13:30 left in the quarter. Brissett's going to throw quickly out to what looks like Michael Wilson, who's going to get a good gain and make it a 3rd and short. Nugget, come over here. Marvin Harrison Jr. is limping back into the game. I really still don't know how this helps the offense out. If he's limping around, he's going to be really easy to cover offensively. They've put some tape around his foot. It looks like they're trying to stabilize that ankle of his. I don't know if he's going to be effective. If he's gimpy, he's not going to do anything. Michael Wilson as wide receiver 1 is a much more effective receiver, it seems, with Brissett, based on what we've seen the last 2 weeks. Jacoby Brissett looking to pass on third down. He's going to throw out really quickly to Carter, who's going to fight off 2 tacklers and get a first down out to the 32-yard line. And that is a Cardinals first down. McCollum had a shot at him. There were 2 guys who almost made the tackle. They were not able to bring him down. 1 broken tackle, 2 broken tackle, 3 broken tackle. They had him down for a 4th down. We would have probably had to punt that football, being at our own 20-yard line, of course. But 3 broken tackles. I thought the Cardinals were missing tackles today. It was the Buccaneers on that play that did not make a single tackle. And they bail the Cardinals out to convert the 3rd down. Jacoby by himself in the backfield, standing around the 25-yard line. Ball is at the 30, though. Jacoby's going to get this ball looking to pass. He's going to throw quickly to McBride, who catches it. He's going to get about 5 to 6 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 4 for the Arizona Cardinals. We got 7 people hanging out with us in the stream. Big thank you to you guys watching the end of the game with me. Happy to have you here. I'll be here for the Broncos game as well later today on Sunday Night Football if you guys want to come watch with me as well. 11 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. 2nd and 4. What is going to be the play call here? Brissett is under center. He's going to snap this football. It is going to be handed off to Bam Knight, who is going to get about the rest of the first down yardage, about 3 yards. It's going to be a very short 3rd down. 3rd and 1 looks like. Really good game in LA. They're going to show highlights of this again. Let's see. Stafford throwing the ball deep. An amazing one-handed catch. Is that Puka Nacua? It is. And then a touchdown for the Rams, who now have the lead with 8 minutes left, 28-24. Wow. They've had the game of the week out there. 11 minutes left in this game here in Arizona. We got a 3rd like in the stream. Big thank you to you if you liked it. This is the 3rd like on the stream today on our goal of 5 likes during this game. Appreciate your face. Brissett's going deep downfield, and he is not going to have Wilson. It's going to be 4th and 1. Big 4th and 1 here. Another situation where the Cardinals needed to just get the first down, and instead we threw a bomb downfield. Similar to the game-ending play last week where we threw in double coverage to Weaver on the 4th down play when we needed 2 yards for a first down. There is where you've got to get the 1 yard, and then you can try to throw deep downfield on first down if you feel like it. But right now, it's now 4th and 1, and we're going for it. Buccaneers fans up on their feet. The Cardinals need this 1 yard big time. Let's see if we can actually do a good play call. We have two running backs in the backfield. Hope this isn't some weird trick play. It's a toss out to Bam Knight, who's going to try to get the first down, and he's not going to get that shit. And we're going to give the ball back to the Buccaneers at the 40-yard line of the Cardinals. Bam Knight did not. That's a situation where Michael Carter just broke 3 tackles, so the design should probably be to go to Michael Carter, considering he just broke 3 tackles on the last run he had. This time it went to Bam Knight, though, who immediately went down when he got hit. He got hit at the line of scrimmage. They tossed the ball out to him, and then he just fell down immediately. So Cardinals do not get that first down. They're going to give the ball back on 4th and 1. Right back. I don't know what the play call was. Why are you calling a toss play to the halfback, the running back, on 4th and 1 when you need 1 yard? Do a quarterback sneak with your incredibly tall quarterback so he can go get the first down for you. Or go to Trey McBride. Do a quick little pass for a first down. I'm not sure what we're doing here in Arizona as a football team. This is just incredible stuff here. The Buccaneers now have the ball basically on the edge of McLaughlin's field goal range to try to give them a 2-possession lead. And on first down, they're going to throw the ball out to the running back, Irving, who is going to look to get some yards. He's going to break a lot of tackles. He's still on his feet somehow. He's broken like 6 tackles, and he's still only going to get 4 yards out of it. Oh, brother. This Cardinals team, I guarantee you, it's just the same thing every single week. They will find a way to lose. If they're going to win the game, they will find a way to lose instead. And I think that that's a big deal. A big deal of that is on the coaching staff. The play calls in clutch situations have been awful this year, but the execution and decision making for the Cardinals has not been very good either. On 3rd down and 1, you should not be throwing the ball 40 yards downfield for Michael Wilson. And then on 4th and 1, doing a halfback toss is like the worst play call you could do. Baker Mayfield's going to hand off to Irving, who's going to lose a few yards on that play. And we got a 3rd and 10. 3rd down. Another big 3rd down here. I keep saying that, but I'm sure, the Cardinals, they keep coming in here offensively and end up blowing it. If it's not the defense blowing, it's the offense. And then if the offense does something good, the defense blows it. But the defense, for the most part, has played pretty good today. We have 9 minutes and 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter right now. Jonathan Gannon, of course, with his arms crossed yet again. Just waiting to hand another loss, handing another win to another team currently with all the mistakes we've made today. 3rd and 10. Let's get an interception or something. How about that? I don't want another field goal. I don't want anything like that because this is still slightly on the edge of McLaughlin's range. This is a pass over the head of the receiver, Egbuka, and that is going to be 4th and 10. Let's see if they try a field goal here. We got 9 people hanging out in the stream. Thank you for hanging out here. 3 likes on the stream so far. It's totally free to do so. Big thank you to all of you for hopping in and hanging out watching the Cardinals game with me, even though the Cardinals are frustrating to watch. Perfect spiral for Baker, but it was overthrown by Egbuka, who tried to jump up and catch that ball on that 3rd down play. This is a 57-yard field goal for McLaughlin. Pretty long kick. He may not. This is a pretty hard kick here. This is on the edge of a field goal kicker's range, if you ask me, and this is going to be a hard one to make for him. The kick is up. He barely hooked that one into the upright. Now the Cardinals are losing by 10 points because they went for it on 4th and 1, and their 2 stupid play calls on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 led to the Buccaneers getting the ball, and even though they didn't move the ball at all on their possession, they still get 3 points out of it. And now because of the coaching decision by the Cardinals, they are losing now by 10 points. So it is now 20. Let's make sure we make the numbers correct. It is now 20-10 in this game. And we are at a commercial break. The Cardinals are now going to need to score twice to tie this dang football game. We got 12 votes here on will the Cardinals win today. And I think that we have 3 votes for yes. There are 3 of you who are total optimists. Absolute big optimists. Let's take a look at these stats. Making sure that the dog is not eating anything he shouldn't be. And of course the little boy is. He had a command strip in his mouth. That's not yummy, little boy. Let's see how many people have hopped in the stream with us today while we're on commercial break. Should be back in about a minute and a half from it. Let us see here. 209 people have come in. Big appreciation to everybody. Subscribing is free, liking is free. Please go ahead and hit that like button. We're trying to get to 5. The more you like, the more people end up seeing that the stream is on and coming in to watch the end of the Cardinals game with us today. All right, let's take a look here at the other scores around the NFL, see if they've updated. Anything changing, maybe? The Browns are getting absolutely stomped all of a sudden now in the fourth quarter. 49ers are beating them 23-8. Jaguars still winning 25-3. Actually, they just won the game. The Titans are the worst team in the NFL this year. The Jets and Falcons are locked in a 17-17 battle of losers. Two bad teams right there. Let's see. I mean, the Falcons, if they win, will have 5 wins, and all of a sudden they're in the conversation of maybe doing something in the NFC, but their hopes are low. And the Panthers have retaken the lead on the Rams. In the game of the week so far, in my opinion, they have a 31-28 lead on the Rams with 6 minutes left. That is a great game going on in Carolina right now. The Texans have a 20-13 lead over the Colts, who can't do much today. They only have 13 points. And the Dolphins are beating the Saints as they have been all game. 19-8 now. Sorry. Just choked on my spit. That's disgusting. All right, Cardinals. What are we going to do here? Let's see what happens. We're losing by 10. We've got to score on this drive. This is a must-score situation for the Cardinals. The kickoff is caught by McKelly. Down at about the 27-yard line. Next Sunday, the Packers are going to play the Bears. That'll be a good game this year because the Bears are good. It's amazing that the Bears are good this year. All right, so if you ever needed a quick drive downfield, like right now is the time. And you've got to move fast. Last week when the Cardinals had a chance to win, they were moving so slowly. You got to move fast down the field here. You can't just waste time. Brissett's going to hand the football off on the first play. This time went to Carter, who should have gotten the handoff on 4th and 1. Not sure what we were thinking, but he didn't get the handoff on 4th and 1 last drive. He got it this time for 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Cardinals. 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Surprised how empty the stadium is right now in Tampa Bay. Like the whole upper deck is empty. Brissett is under center again. He's going to snap this ball. Going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw. He's got McBride open for a first down all the way out to the opposite side of the field. Cardinals first down to the 48 of the Buccaneers. And the Cardinals are moving the ball again. They've been moving the ball plenty in this game, and we have no points to show for it. That's kind of been the story every week. It's been a very frustrating showing. You move the ball a lot, and then you just don't score, which is just really just not what you want to see. McBride caught that at the 50, then fought for a couple more yards. He definitely kept his streak going now of at least five receptions in a game for a tight end. I think he's going to get the record, hopefully, for it. 7.5 minutes left in the game, and we got to start moving with some pace here. Wilson makes the catch for probably another first down. Looks like 10 yards. Another first down for the Cardinals. We are moving down the field. There are 7 minutes, 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter right now. Thank you for the 11 people hanging out right now in the stream. Big appreciation to all of you. Actually, it's 15 now. Love that you guys are hanging out with me. We got 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Cardinals trying to make a comeback against the Buccaneers. Brissett's in the gun. He's going to toss this ball to Carter, who is going to try to get some yards, and he's going to break through for a little bit. He's going to get about 8 on the play, using his speed and his agility to break through the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 2. We need to move with a little more pace, though. There are 6 minutes 40 left in the game. The coaching staff should be relaying this to the team as well, that we need to move faster right now. We need to get this ball snapped quickly, have a good play, and have the next play already called, as the running back's going to get a first down on this one as well. All right, buddy, you want out?
Go on.
Let my boy out. He didn't want to be in here with me anymore. My little dog. All right. See what the Cardinals going to do here. Jacoby Brissett in the gun. He's going to take the snap, looking to throw. He's going to check down to the running back for a small gain on first down. We are moving with a little bit more pace. Like to see that, because we need 2 scores. We're in field goal range right now, so we can get the field goal at least. We're pretty close for an NFL kicker, so I would assume that we're going to get the field goal at least. Brissett dropping down to about the 14-yard line. Jacoby now has 276 yards passing, but showing his ability to run a couple times again today. He's so tall that every single step gets him at least 2 yards. He doesn't really turn the ball over. He's a really good quarterback. Unfortunately, we have the 1 interception today, though. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. Jacoby in the gun again. Looks like Bam Knight is out to his right. He's going to motion him to the left. He's going to take the snap, look to throw. He's going to throw this ball downfield, and nobody saw the ball coming. It's in between Wilson and Weaver from the looks of it. 2nd and 10, miscommunication on that play for the Cardinals. 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game, and we have to have a score within the next minute of game time, in my opinion. Is there ever a time Jonathan Gannon is not standing on the sideline with his arms crossed? Because it seems like he's always just standing on the sideline with his arms crossed. 5 minutes and 2 seconds on the game clock. Jacoby Brissett has Bam Knight out to his left in the gun again, and they're going to look to probably pass here on 2nd and 10. The snap is off. Fake handoff, looking to throw. He's going to throw to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Trey McBride. The Arizona Cardinals are still alive in this game, and he just really had wished that we hadn't given them, the Buccaneers, a free field goal on the last drive. But we have life yet again. It is not over yet, Arizona fans. The Cardinals are making it cardiac Cardinal time once again. Big touchdown for Trey McBride. Those of you who have Trey McBride on your fantasy team will be very happy about that. He is a beast. And now the extra point is going to be up, and it is good. It is 20-17, and we are not dead yet, Cardinals fans. Everybody come hang out with me as we watch the end of this game together. We are headed to commercial break for 2 minutes. But I will stay on here and go through some stats around the league. Let's see if any of the other games have had anything change. We have a game here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good finish we have, so hop on in, like the video. Our goal is 5 for today's stream, and we'll be back for the Broncos game tonight to watch that game as well. That's my AFC team. Let's see. And living out here in Denver, it makes sense. All right, let's see throughout the league what we got going on. We got good games throughout the league. Dolphins 19-8 over the Saints. Look like they're going to wrap that one up fairly shortly. The Colts have the ball, trying to do something against the Texans, who actually the Texans have the ball now. 20-16 lead over the Colts. The Falcons are winning 24-17 over the Jets. These games are all around 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter right now. The 49ers look like they're going to wrap up a win against the Browns, who only scored 8 points in the game. But that one touchdown for the Browns was a deep pass to the left for Shedeur Sanders. That was a pretty good play for them. The game of the week right now has about 2 minutes left. The Panthers versus the Rams. Honestly, the Cardinals game may be the game of the week if they can end up pulling this game off. It's going to depend on how the defense plays on this next drive. Panthers winning 31-28 over the Rams right now. And the Jaguars, it said end of regulation, but it's still in the fourth quarter, 25-3 over the Titans. So that was a glitch last time I saw it on Google. But the Cardinals and the Rams, Panthers, and Cardinals, Buccaneers look like the 2 games of the week right now. We are still on commercial break. You're not missing anything. We don't have commercials on here, but the TV is on commercial break for the Cardinals game. We've had 217 people join in on this stream today. I appreciate all your faces, even though I can't see them. Thank you so much for hopping into my humble new YouTube sports channel. And we cover Arizona sports here. So thank you for hopping in. We're almost back from commercial break. This is the last commercial before that. So let's take a drink of our Dr. Pepper and see if the Cardinals can pull off a win for once this year instead of, losing every close game they've had all season. It is a really beautiful day in Tampa Bay. It's like 25 degrees where I live. All right, we are back from commercial break. The Buccaneers have won one-score games a lot this season, whereas the Cardinals have been having a hard time winning close games this season. So let's see if the Cardinals can actually pull off a close game win this time, and maybe the Buccaneers will finally lose a close game. The kickoff is off. It's caught at the 2-yard line. The returner is going to take this out to about the 22 and get nailed. Big hit on him. Absolutely got laid out at the 22-yard line. Taking a look, the Buccaneers have won four close games. They've won 4 games by 4 or less points. The Cardinals have lost 6 games by 4 or less points. So right now is the most pivotal. This is the most pivotal chance to maybe turn around and get some positive momentum going forward. If we can maybe win one of these finally, instead of losing another close game. First down from the 21-yard line. Baker Mayfield has 2 running backs. They're going to motion one of them, and he's going to throw out to number 1, White, who's going to get this for about 2 yards on the play. 4:45 left in the fourth quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 8. The Cardinals, when they made it to the NFC Championship back-to-back seasons back in the 2010s, where they were winning close games. They were the team that figured out how to win every single game, even if it was a last-second field goal a lot of the time. But this season has been the exact opposite. The Cardinals are losing their close games. The Buccaneers are winning close games. Right now is a chance to flip the script. Jonathan Gannon's job is on the line with being able to figure out how to win some of these games. All right, 2nd and 7. This ball's a fake handoff. Mayfield looking to throw. He's going to check it down to number 15, who breaks 2 tackles, and he's going to go down. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 4. He gets about 3 yards on that. Broke 2 tackles at the line of scrimmage, though. Ended up turning nothing into something. Man. A lot of missed tackles in today's game. It's going to be 3rd and 3. This is a big 3rd down here for the defense for the of the Cardinals. You may only get the ball one more time here. 3rd and 3, handoff to Irving. He's going to get the first down. That's a 4-yard gain really quickly. He's right at the first down marker. And now you're in concerning territory. This is where they might start trying to drain the clock down. 3:13 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Time is ticking quickly. And Bucky Irving, just so fast, so explosive. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and now the Buccaneers are taking their sweet time calling plays. This will probably end up taking us down in the next couple of plays to the 2-minute warning at the minimum. And now you're looking at using your timeouts if you're a Cardinals coach. Should you start burning timeouts at this point? Handoff on first down to Irving is going to go nowhere. No gain on the play. First timeout called by Arizona right now. They're going to go ahead and do that at 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be about a 30-second timeout, it looks like. This is just what's been happening in most of the Cardinals games this season. It's just unfortunate that they can't really pull off any of these wins, and they keep shooting themselves in the foot. We have the interception on the first drive of the game that would have been a field goal, and then the missed field goal. If it weren't for that missed field goal, we would be tied right now. Ryland also missed a field goal last week. We ended up losing by 3. Right here. It would be 20-20 if Ryland makes that field goal. Instead, here we are, again losing by 3 with another missed field goal by our kicker. And then if it weren't for that interception on the first drive, we might get a field goal there too. Who knows? Maybe we're winning if that happens. But the Cardinals continue to make crucial, critical errors, critical mistakes that end up costing them games this year, even though they're really, most of the time not that bad of a football team if you're looking at them on the field, uh, except for like 3 games this year where they've just looked awful. Snap to Mayfield, 2nd and 10. Gonna look to throw. He's gonna check this down to the running back who had Cody Simon all over him. And Simon luckily kept his hands on Irving to bring him down for no gain again. Arizona's using another timeout with 2:31 here. So we are taking a big risk using our timeouts right now. This is the biggest play of the game right here because it is 3rd and 10 and we only have one timeout left now. So we're banking on the fact that we are going to get the stop on 3rd and 10 here. We are not letting the clock tick down to the 2-minute warning. We are trying to get the ball back with the 2-minute warning still, or maybe use the 2-minute warning as our third timeout. But it's 3rd and 10 and you've got to make a stop here because if the Buccaneers get the first down, they're just going to run the clock out now. All right. 3rd and 10. This is the play of the game, in my opinion, right here. At this moment, this is the biggest play of this game. 3rd and 10. Got to make a stop. Mayfield changing the play. I think he sees something defensively. It looks like a blitz from the right side, possibly, but they're all going to drop back in coverage. Mayfield's going to look to throw. He's actually going to look to run this football. You got to stop him. Bring him down, and they will. Browning's going to get him for a 5-yard gain. And that's going to be 4th and 5. And the Cardinals are going to end up using that 2-minute warning, looks like, for their third timeout, and they get the stop. So this is a big deal, a really big deal for the Cardinals. And this pans out really well for them. Juke move for he tried to juke him, but again, Browning just stayed with him. We are at the 2-minute warning, 4th and 5, and the Cardinals are going to get the football back. It is again in the Cardinals' hands on will they win or will they lose this game. It is up to the Cardinals today. Their offense, it's in the hands of Brissett. It's in the hands of the offensive line. It's in the hands of the receivers. Will they pull this one off? The game has gone to commercial break, but you're missing nothing. I will have no ads here. Thank you for hopping in. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing if you like Cardinals content or NFL content, even if you're a Bucks fan. I mean, I do videos about all sorts of NFL teams as well, and I'll be talking about baseball once it starts up as well. So thank you for hopping into my channel, watching the game with me. We got a few people watching the game with us right now, and we will see if more people hop in when we get back from commercial break here, because this is a pretty close game at the moment. Yeah, we've had 227 friends join us in today's game, and so really big appreciation to all of you. I'm a humble little YouTube channel, so having a concurrent viewers of 8 is amazing to me. I think that's awesome. Even 4 is amazing the whole time, but like really appreciate you guys. I had like 6 of you hanging out with me for like a whole 2 hours at least. So you guys are awesome and love your faces, even though I can't see them. And we just got a 4th like. So whoever did that, you're a pro. My camera's way up here now. Way up here right now. Goal for the video today is 5 likes. Cardinals going to get the ball after the 2-minute warning, after the commercial break is over here. Thanks for hopping in and hanging out with me here today. Feel free to come and hang out with me other Cardinals games too, unless you're a Bucks fan. I mean, if you're a Bucks fan, come hang out with me too. I'm friends with all. I got a couple Bucks fans that are friends in my real life. This is a tight game here. We got 17 people in the video right now watching my live stream. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. We're about to watch the final drive of the game for the Cardinals. So this is the most important drive of the game for Arizona. It looks like we got one more commercial, and then we're going to be back in this game here. And I'm going to give you the play-by-play as we watch the end of the game together. We are coming back right now. Brissett and the Cardinals about to get the ball back. Looking for the punt right here. 2 minutes left. Can Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals force another overtime, or heck, just win this game? That would be cool too. All right, Tampa Bay going to punt this football away. This has major implications in the NFC South race for the playoffs. The Cardinals can play some spoiler here and make things interesting because I think the Panthers are maybe beat the Rams. That ball was caught by Dortch, and for some reason, that my guy almost tried to cost us the game there, and he goes ahead and runs out to the 9. The Cardinals are going to have to go 91 yards for a touchdown on this final drive. Never make it easy on yourselves. I guess he felt like he needed to fair catch it, or he didn't fair catch. He felt like he needed to catch that ball so it didn't get downed at the 1 or something like that. The pitch play on 4th and 1, that's a crucial mistake by the Cardinals. They should have done a quarterback sneak or something there. That was really disappointing. Just the crucial errors for the Cardinals all season long. They've done it again today, and we have another opportunity here. The game is in our hands, though. We have the ball. 1st and 10. Brissett's going to take the snap, and he's going to be pressured. He's going to throw the football out to Dortch, who's going to catch it and then get about 2 yards and fall inbounds instead of falling out of bounds. We need to have like a game meeting as Cardinals players and just learn the basic fundamentals of being a big brain football player instead of all these little mistakes we make. You got to go out of bounds there. No reason to stay in bounds and fight for yardage. Now we've wasted 20 seconds on the clock. 2nd down. This ball is going out to Carter, who is going to try to fight for yards and also fight for yards to fall inbounds. 1 minute and 10 seconds and counting. We got to move faster than this Cardinals. It is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals right now. 1 minute left in the game. They've been wasting 40 seconds so far. 3rd down is going to be incomplete as Brissett just throws this to someone's feet and doesn't even try to complete it to him. It's 4th and 2 suddenly, just like that. The Cardinals are 1 play away from losing another freaking game by 3 points. It is 4th and 2 for the Cardinals, who should have the lead right now in this game, but have decided to miss a kick and also throw an interception in field goal range earlier in the game. If you just execute basic plays in this game, you have the lead against the Buccaneers right now. 4th and 2, play of the game right here. Brissett throws, and that is freaking-complete to Michael Wilson. Horrible pass, and the Cardinals are going to lose again. I don't understand how we lose every week. It becomes a new enigma every single week, how we figure out how to lose. The Buccaneers are going to win 20-17. They're going to lose their the Cardinals are going to lose 20-17 to the Buccaneers. It's going to be their 7th game where they've lost by 3 points or less this season. And there's no reason for Brissett to have thrown that ball. Last week, the 4th down play that the Cardinals ended up losing was an absolutely disgusting, horrible throw by Brissett to double coverage to Weaver downfield. And now this week, another horrible, stupid throw by Jacoby Brissett to Michael Wilson, who was covered, and he threw it to the wrong side of him either way. So got a little panicky on both of those 4th down plays, and the Cardinals are going to lose yet again. The Cardinals suck. They're 3-9. I've never seen a team that is this bad, but they also look good compared to the bad teams. They're like the best bad team in the NFL, in my opinion, and just continue to lose every game that they should win. They continue to lose all these games that they should win. The Buccaneers are going to kneel the ball down. Cardinals burned their last timeout for no reason, even though there's no reason for them to use the timeout because the game's over. There's going to be 2 more kneel downs, and the Cardinals are going to lose again. It's going to be Buccaneers 7-5. Of course, they're getting back on track against us because we love letting teams win, even if we deserve the win. We go ahead and let the other team win instead anyways because we're the Arizona Cardinals. And there will be 1 more kneel down, and this game will be over. So big bummer there for everyone involved in this game, except for Buccaneers fans. Congratulations to you guys. A big win for you. And the Buccaneers have won on the final kneel down right there, 20-17. So we're going to go ahead real quickly and hop into the post-game stats in this disappointing game, which has been the entire season and entire life as a Cardinals fan. The Arizona Cardinals continue to find a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. There are like 7 games they could have won this year, and if they had won those games, instead of being 3-9, they could possibly be one of the teams headed to the playoffs this year. But instead, they have lost every single game that has been 5 or less points that they've been involved in. They have lost now 7 of those games by 4 or less points. 7 games by 4 or less points for the Arizona Cardinals that they have lost. So this is now the post-game show for today's live stream on my new YouTube channel, where I unfortunately am an Arizona Cardinals fan and have to talk about this horrible excuse for a football team that is now 3-9. The Arizona Cardinals today moved the ball a lot again. They moved the ball like they tend to do in every game with Jacoby Brissett, but they do it and still it means nothing at the end of the day because they end up not scoring enough points to win. Obviously, they end up shooting themselves in the foot in crucial mistakes, and they end up snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. And here's how they did it today. First drive of the game, moving the ball all the way down the field. You go practically 70 yards downfield just to throw an interception. It was the only interception thrown by Brissett on the game, who threw for 301 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was 29 of 40 for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Baker Mayfield was 18 of 28 for 194 yards and 1 touchdown. Jacoby Brissett threw that interception on the first drive. That field goal that we would have possibly made would have made this a 2020 game. You also look at the drive, which was the first drive of the third quarter. A great run by Bam Knight, and then the very next run by Bam Knight, he then fumbles the football forward and then gives it back in Tampa Bay territory to the Buccaneers. That would have possibly been at least another field goal. If you get that one added, even if you take the other one away, again, it's 2020. If you add both field goals, it's 23-20, and suddenly the Cardinals have the lead. And then another crucial play, you go ahead and take a look at the 3rd and 1, where the Cardinals were driving the football near midfield. They were about their own 40-yard line. They end up going for it on the 3rd and 1, deep pass downfield. Doesn't even get anywhere near Michael Wilson. There you need 1 yard. Why are you not trying to hand the football off? Why are you not trying to get a short pass completion? Anyways, Michael Wilson doesn't get the reception on that pass because it was nowhere near him. Now you got 4th and 1. So now you need to do something desperate. You need to get a quarterback sneak if you're going for it, because you got a tall quarterback who can get that done for you. You've got to do something to get the first down. It is literally 4th and 1. What are you going to do? So the Cardinals decide to do a toss play to Bam Knight. So now he has a toss play where now when you've tossed the ball back to your running back, he now has to run 4 or 5 yards forward to even get a first down. You've made it where it's now not a 4th and 1 play. It's now a 4th and 4 or a 4th and 5 play. And you're making Bam Knight have to run 5 yards, maybe break 2 tackles for a first down. And so that was the third gigantic mistake in this game, where the Cardinals just shot themselves in the foot and seemed like they almost don't want to win. And that's something where you look at the first 2 were on the players. The third one was on the coaching staff. You can't do that. You just cannot do that. And the Cardinals just continue to make the biggest, most dumb mistakes, the biggest, stupidest mistakes when it comes down to the crucial moments in this season. And that's the reason the difference between a good team and a bad team is if you can win the close games or if you lose the close games. The Buccaneers were basically begging you to beat them today, just like the Jaguars were like, please, I want to lose today. And the Cardinals were like, nah, fam, we're in the Christmas spirit. It's a little bit early, but we're going to give you the win. This week, we were just coming off Thanksgiving, off our Thanksgiving meals. We were like, nah, we're feeling generous. We just had Thanksgiving with everybody. We're thankful for the ability to play this game with you, Tampa Bay. So you go ahead and you take that win. You have that win. So then the Cardinals just go ahead and hand the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this win as well. So the game started 0-0 in the first quarter. Nobody could get anything going, but the Cardinals looked like they were moving the ball more. Then the end of the second quarter, we're going into halftime, losing 10-3. We were down 10-0. We ended up getting a field goal the last second. This is another day where I kind of you don't want to blame the kicker, but we lost by 3 last week and the kicker missed a field goal. And we lost by 3 this week and the kicker missed a field goal. So I feel like we're starting to connect the dots there. Not like that is the total problem. But I've gone through the big 3 key things already that I think were the reasons for the Cardinals losing today. And now going to hop into the stats. Jacoby Brissett ended up with the 300-plus passing yards with 1 yard more than 300. Bam Knight had 62 rushing yards. His long was a 16-yard rush. He ended up fumbling the ball away on that first possession of the second half. And overall, the defense played pretty well. I mean, they didn't do they didn't do anything glaringly awful except for letting the offensive tackle go get a wide open touchdown. This team is just so head scratchingly awful. Trey McBride, the bright spot again, 8 catches for 82 yards. It's a kind of situation where you're like, does he want to stay with us once he has the ability to leave? Is he going to want to stay in Arizona or is he just going to want to leave? Marvin Harrison Jr., 6 catches for 69 yards, had a pretty good game, but he seems like he's hurt again. Michael Carter had 5 catches for 47 yards, but he didn't start getting any of those until the second half. Like, we need to get him more involved the whole game. The only person on the field for the running backs was Bam Knight for the entire first half. We cannot be doing that. Yeah, and so let's look at the defensive stats. The only 2 sacks in the game were Josh Sweat. He seemed like he played his best game of the year, in my opinion. Davis Gaither had 4 tackles, 6 assisted tackles. Simon had 4 tackles and 5 assisted tackles, so he was really on it as well. And yeah, we had that forced fumble by Sweat as well. I mean, Sweat had the best day for the Cardinals. And again, we had no interceptions. So we had 3 last week, but again, for the whole season in general, the Cardinals defense has been getting practically no interceptions, no turnovers at all. The Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield threw for 194 yards, 1 touchdown. He got sacked twice. Bucky Irving had 61 yards, so we held him in check. He only had the 1 touchdown on that 13-yard run. And then Chris Godwin had the best day, 3 receptions for 78 yards. Egbuka, 4 catches for 42 yards. And yeah, we really held the team in check. Should have gotten the win today, and yeah, we just couldn't get it done. So Cardinals are going to lose another disappointing game. Thank you so much for everybody who came in to watch this game with me. We were streaming for 3 hours and 3 minutes today. Big thank you to all of you. Love all you guys, and we'll see you soon for Sunday Night Football. But we'll see you soon, guys. See you next time. All right, bye.